He got kicked out for jacking off in the porn theater?
Yes. So, in 1991, he was charged with indecent exposure in an adult theater, along with 3 other men. They were not all together.
Just me and the boys.
Me and the boys.
So we got
Boys jacking off
I'm Kenny Blankenship, and these are my co-hosts, Vic Romano.
Hi, I'm Vic Romano.
Vic Romano as well,
I'm also Vic Romano.
and Guy LeDouche. The only other character I can remember. I needed a second to think.
I thought one was Dick Dangle.
Dick Dangle. Oh my
Dangle.
fucking god, what a good show.
Welcome
to episode 2 of Roast Ceremony. Wow, you guys watched The Bachelor last night, or you didn't. Not even last night. Whenever the fuck you're listening to this now, it is beautiful Wednesday.
Yeah, we're recording this on Wednesday the 13th.
It is
A little
Wednesday.
late, but also this should be a little shorter episode, too, because not a lot happened in this episode.
Yeah.
We didn't have to introduce 32 women.
Yeah, we only got...
Now we just have to own 18 of them that were on the date.
Yeah, it'll be fine because we'll start forgetting names and who they are because the producers will cut them out for us.
Yeah. It'll get easier as time goes on. I don't want anybody listening to the show to be discouraged.
Well, all right.
So
We
anyways,
should talk about the insurrection, though.
what?
Oh yeah. Well, the insurrection was pretty crazy.
I
What
don't
else
have
is there
anything to
really
say about
it except for I wish.
the revolution.
I don't think that's a revolution.
It's not a revolution. It was hardly an insurrection.
It's more. I wouldn't even call it an insurrection. It's kind of just like I don't even know. That's like a riot, really. Isn't that what that is? That's
it
like
felt
actually
like a riot to me.
Yeah. There were attempts to literally probably kidnap and kill many representatives.
And who am I to pass judgment on those individuals? Who knows which ones they were going to kill? What
Nancy
if it was
Pelosi,
Mitch
for
McConnell?
sure.
I think there were.
I'm going to withdraw myself from this conversation.
I think there were very good and very bad people on both sides. Let's talk about The Bachelor, though. I don't want to talk
Let's
about.
talk about something
Well,
we're
I
more
thought
qualified
we-
to talk
The
about.
American
You guys-
people have decided to not give a rose to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
When
have
we were
chosen
watching
Queen
the
Kamala.
episode, you guys were asking me for updates on like what Bachelor people are
Yeah, I was
posting
gonna
about the
say.
insurrection.
Okay, yeah. Actually, let's talk about the insurrection, but I can
Yeah.
only process it through the lens of The Bachelor and the people on The Bachelor.
Yeah, I can't wait for their Taco Bell ass responses.
Oh yeah, those guys did not display the Liv Moss mentality at all.
Well, Taco Bell made a statement. This is okay, so I guess we are talking about Taco Bell made a statement about the insurrection, but they still donate. They donated a bunch of fucking money to Trump's campaigns, so it's like I don't know. I mean, all of corporate America did, but like, I don't know. I didn't ask for your fucking
Yeah,
opinion, Taco
like,
Bell. Shut the
well-
fuck up. Provide me soda with my burrito.
They already did this bit on the Bim Bam, but they did go through and read a bunch of brands' responses to the insurrection, and they're all just as vapid and horrible as any episode of The Bachelor. So
Yeah, the only one that was like made sense was Axe because they found Axe body spray there, and it's like, that is funny.
that is
They found Axe at the protest.
Yeah, they found it inside the chambers because someone brought it in for whatever reason.
What?
Yeah, very funny that Axe made a statement about it. It actually made sense. Everybody else, I don't get.
That
Dudes
is
rock.
Bizarre.
Yeah, dudes rock.
Dudes rock.
Smelled like a locker room in there.
ugh.
Bunch
Yeah.
of 12-year-olds.
But Lindsay, what do our favorite Bachelor celebrities have to say? Any interesting statements, maybe from our recently discovered conservative Bachelor?
Yeah, so I think a lot of people in the Bachelor Nation, a bunch of people have been on the show or just who are part of the whole franchise.
Former contestants or whatever. Yeah, people part of the franchise.
A lot of people just kind of posted things on their story saying like, "This is terrible," obviously, or like, or these people are
Instagram
fucking
stories?
crazy. Yeah, Instagram stories. Most people that are part of like Bachelor, their main platform is Instagram.
My sidebar is I want to know which Bachelor franchise people use Fleet, but like fleets, but never mind.
Not many people use Twitter that are from like The Bachelor.
Twitter's kind of dead. It was only honestly reviving because of Donald Trump, and now he's gone.
I just think you don't get the same. There people who are like popular on Instagram just don't nearly have the same amount of followers on Twitter.
Yeah,
Like
as
it's
someone,
Yeah, you gotta be
there's
hot.
just
grow my Instagram
Yeah.
account. My Twitter was dead. It's 500 followers for literally a decade,
Yeah.
and
They
then it was banned for threatening Joe Biden.
good.
For suggesting Bernie Sanders should hurt Joe Biden.
That's the fight we'd
I
all
mean, that
like
is
to
true.
see.
Yeah. Anyway, what do our Bachelor contestants have to say?
They just, I'd say a lot of people just were like, yeah, this is horrible. Just kind of saying the bare minimum that you need to say online to not get canceled.
Right.
But then, I'd say notably Dale Moss from Claire's season, the winner of Claire's season, he posted like a pretty long Instagram story about like, this is bad, this is why it's bad, this sucks, basically.
Nothing from our conservative. I was really hoping for some conservative.
Okay, I'm getting there.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
so you buried
I'm
the
sorry.
fucking
I'm just
lead?
not used to there
Yeah,
not
I'm burying
being
the
drama.
lead. This is how you create drama.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Matt, our boy Matt James, he,
Oh no.
this is gonna make everybody laugh and upset. It made a lot of people upset.
What did he
Hell
say?
yeah, I cannot wait.
So literally during the insurrection, like I think what they
Cheers.
breached the Capitol at what like 2:30 p.m. Eastern time or something,
Yeah.
and they were there for quite a few hours. I'd say it was around. I'd have to check, but I think it was like 4 o'clock or something. It was a few hours into like them being in the building. He just posted a picture of him playing golf.
Hell yeah. No, that's a boss move. We already know he loves Trump then because he's just thinking Mar-a-Lago mindset.
Yeah, he said, "What's going on?" I don't know.
He was like,
You guys doing-
I'm fucking practicing my putt right now.
Yeah.
I have no interest. What is a bicameral system? What the
Yeah.
fuck is a senator?
That doesn't matter to me.
Senators? That shit's in Star Wars. What do you mean Jar Jar's being fucking threatened?
You're telling me some people broke in and they're trying to kill Jar Jar?
What?
That's
It's called the
unacceptable.
Revenge of the Sith. It's not called an insurrection. Jesus.
That's good.
Yeah, so
got
people were mad with Matt James, and then I think later I didn't
That
read
shit's
it
so
specifically, but later he was like, my bad. He did delete his post after enough people were like, bro, the Capitol's
"Hey,
being
man."
stormed. You're golfing.
I get it, dude. I was skating. I was
There-
like,
there is-
I did take my eyes off the screen. It was beautiful. It was crazy to watch. Not beautiful.
I would.
I'm gonna redact that. It was incredible.
It was
Incredulous.
I was at work. Like I usually am when things are going on.
I was busy doing grinds and flips with my friends at the,
That's like
at the
being
DIY skate park.
that's like being at work.
It was like being at the gym. Sweaty. Everyone was
Um,
doing drugs. Performance enhancing ones. Rainier.
Did
Four
did
Loko.
Chris Harrison post anything?
I don't know.
Has there been a
I didn't
statement
check
from
on
The
him.
Bachelor as a brand?
Probably not. They don't get into things like that. But I'll check later.
I bet it's a really, honestly, this is probably the most divided single TV show fan base on this issue, I bet.
I bet it is.
There's a lot of conservatives that like The Bachelor.
You know what
really,
I wonder?
really love our show.
I know
And
it
I
hasn't-
mean, The Bachelor's a conservative, so
Right, we haven't seen it yet, or any proof. But I wonder, do you think any of the Bachelor Nation was at it?
Oh.
Like former contestants or anything?
Man.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that have been on this show.
I'm going to call the FBI and let them know Colton was there just because I don't like him.
Pilot Pete, I seen him. He stole Nancy
Allegedly.
Pelosi's shoes, and he was trying to sell them to me on the black market.
I'd
Pistol
say
Pete,
for
I keep
other
saying that.
in other cases, I'd say like, oh, maybe he's on the golf course. Maybe he didn't see the Capitol buildings being stormed. But how did he post it if he didn't have like internet and stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like I got a notification on my phone that said that the Capitol's being stormed. So
Yeah.
I did
like-
not.
Did
I had
this
to check
dude-
social media.
did this dude get the notification though, and then was like, okay, and then post a picture of him golfing?
Huh, that's weird.
That's what caused him to look down at his phone initially. He was like, all right,
Damn.
interesting.
But no, as an
Interesting.
Instagrammer, I get it. I saw it and I went, "Oh, that's crazy." I seen it on Rose Warfare or whatever, and then I uploaded a picture of my girlfriend with some power lines going
You
through
were like,
her.
oh man. That's right. I got to open up Instagram.
So I get it. Sometimes you're online and you're just not even thinking that like people are expecting you to say, "Wow, it's pretty crazy that there's men inside the Capitol."
Yeah, and I would say that normally, but now that we know that he's a registered Republican,
it does change the tone.
It changes the tone a little bit. And I've heard some rumors. I don't even know if it's like backed up, but I've heard rumors that his mom's like a pretty big MAGA person.
Hell yeah, you can tell by her leather pants.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. Those pants are designed to
She
attract
has
the Donald
fucking,
Trumps of the world.
Yeah, she's got talk to the manager hair for sure.
Oh man, she's got to talk to the manager pants.
That's true.
She's got manager pants.
She probably
Manager
owns.
She
pants
is
on.
the manager. She's a
Maybe
regional
she doesn't
manager
own
of
shit.
Orange Julius or something.
I don't know. He lives a luxurious lifestyle, which he proves to us in this episode of The Bachelor.
His mother probably owns a large chain of Domino's and Subways or something.
Did we want to do? I have some notes about things we mentioned in the last podcast episode. Do we want to go over that now, or like dig into the episode?
I think we should dig into the episode, and then we can do
Okay.
notes later. Unless you want to dig into notes.
I don't know.
What are the notes? Tell us the notes, Lindsay.
I said I would look into Bachelor success stories.
Right.
So I have data on that.
We can probably get into that
Spill the
after,
fucking
but-
tea. No, let's do it right now. We're here.
All right.
Okay.
The conversation's already here. We already naturally segued by asking what's on
Yeah.
the list.
It sounds like you have something you want to talk about, Lindsay. So.
We talked about bringing this up next time, so I have the notes.
All right. Let's see them.
So, of the Bachelor seasons, it's been running for 18 years. We're on the 25th season. So, out of 24 seasons, there is one marriage with a finalist.
What?
Yeah, that's season 17. Sean Lowe with Catherine Giudice. They're still married with 3 kids. I think they live in Seattle, actually.
Wow, good
I'm
them.
pretty.
Would you like to come on our show?
Yeah, if you're listening to this right
we would
now.
love your perspective.
Yeah,
I think she's the one I'm thinking of, and she's a graphic designer, actually, and she worked at a place that my friend worked at.
dude, I was gonna say,
yo.
if she lives in this city or they live in this city, it's like, I don't know, hop, skip, and jump, throw a rock. You'll find someone that knows them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know them, tell
Seattle.
them to get on our show.
I don't
Come
know
here.
it's
We'll
seen
host some-
outside of Seattle. Oh wait, there's probably only our friends who listen to this, so it doesn't matter. But it's a very small place.
It's itty bitty, despite what the newspapers make you say.
And then
Yeah,
there's
because they burned it all to the ground.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. Actually, it's all gone now thanks to the.
we're in an autonomous zone now.
Yeah, it's the anarchist jurisdiction. Every time you build a burning, it just starts crumbling. It's fucked up.
The anarchists haven't let me leave my house in a week. Every
Yeah.
time I walk outside, they disassemble my car.
It's really.
The worst of the primitivists.
I'm running out of jars to piss in.
They
They
keep
turned off
taking-
my water.
The primitivists keep taking my glasses and they say, now look who can't see. Ha ha. They say, you don't need them. Ha ha.
They make us pay to watch The Bachelor.
Yeah. And still give us ads.
And the worst part is, we have to kiss him goodnight every single night because they stand in front of our door, like upside down, hanging like a bat. And you Spider-Man kiss him, and then they give you the key.
So, other Bachelor marriages. There's 2 marriages with the runner-up.
Huh.
Interesting. Look
Where-
at that.
I believe in season 13, Jason Mesnick, he broke up with the winner on live TV to pursue the runner-up
Unlike the after show thing, the like
Or like the
follow-up
last
thing?
episode.
on the live finale.
Oh
So
my god.
I think that's like
yeah.
He was like,
that's like
damn.
after he chooses a winner on the last episode, and then they have a finale after that.
Oh my god.
And on the finale, it's like a few months after the other one, and it's live.
Yeah.
And on that one, he like broke up with her and was like, it's not working. And then he pursued the runner-up in the same episode.
We can only hope.
What
we
a
get
messy
th-
bitch.
We get that kind of ending for this season.
Yeah, but anyways, I think they're still together, and their wedding was aired on live TV, so that was kind of interesting.
Wow.
That's wait. You said
When the
there's
season
two?
ends, maybe we should watch that or
Season
something.
13, and then season 22, Ari Lewandike. This is recent, actually. He proposed to a woman on the final episode, and then a few weeks after filming they broke up, and he started dating the runner-up, and they're now married.
I trust the process, everyone. It works.
Yeah.
You
well,
know.
it's kind of interesting. You guys aren't following
There's
like
more-
the Bachelor Instagram shit, but they have babies coming, and they've already made an Instagram
for the
for the babies. I think they're due in like July,
It's
which
so
is like 7 months from now.
so fucked up how you don't even have the baby yet, and you're like, how do I monetize it?
They're
How do
like,
I
I
how do
gotta
I
reserve
how do
that
I
username.
financialize my baby
I gotta
and
get
turn
my-
it into an asset other people
Oh.
can gamble on based on its influence online?
Oh, you don't even know the half of it. They did a loop promotion, which is basically where they posted, you follow me, my wife, and my kid, and my other kid, unborn kid's Instagram, and we're doing a promotion that will give away something.
That's so funny.
Yeah, you know what? We gotta call CPS.
Yeah.
This social
My
media stuff is fucked up. We gotta get rid of it.
Hello, CPS. Yeah, my baby's brand is tanking.
Yeah, so my unborn baby, he's getting community strikes on Instagram. He keeps posting false information about COVID-19. He won't wear a mask in the womb.
And he keeps denying that Joe Biden won the election.
Yeah, he's denying it. There's rumors that my wife's belly were at the Capitol. This is unfounded. She would never do that. But I can't speak for unborn child Brad.
Yeah, wait, do they have a name for their
For the babies?
yeah, for his
Perfect
yet undue?
segue.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot the kid that is due is actually twins.
Oh my
So-
God! Please let me.
And
let's
they're
get
just-
a guess. Let's guess really quick.
What their
Names?
names are?
Yeah,
Names?
let's,
Okay.
let's all get. We get two names, or can we get a gender?
I'll be transparent. I don't know the names. Nobody does yet.
So-
Oh,
Sword and Shield.
Oh shit! Short and sealed. That's good. I'm gonna guess something really bad like X-wing and Apple.
Oil and vinegar, as Vic would
Oh
say. Okay, please, can we get into the episode? Is there more? I gotta talk about Vic.
We
Yeah.
will get to it.
Oh,
but I
fuck.
just literally have like one other
I don't
page
know.
of notes.
20 minutes. Okay.
Then we will
Um,
start at 30 minutes, Jeff. Well, now we have a timetable.
Of the three marriages though in The Bachelor, they're all still together. But in the Bachelorette series, there's 16 seasons. There are 4 marriages, and 1 divorce, and 3 pending marriages. Claire, Tasha,
Oh.
and there's another previous. I can't remember. JoJo Fletcher from season 12. They have put off their wedding because of COVID. But
Season 12, 4
Yeah.
years ago.
No.
give or take.
Yeah.
That's a long engagement. Healthy.
Yep. And then I think some of them are still together that aren't married or anything. So there's like 6 total couples still together in the 16 seasons.
Wow, this is like
They have a much better track record.
Yeah, the Bachelorette, much better track record. I'd say if you're
Neither
trying to
of-
find love, it's probably just as good as Tinder or any other dating app.
Yeah, it feels like the success rate is still fairly low.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
I guess the
mean-
takeaway is, love thy neighbor.
There are many seasons of The Bachelor
Christwood.
where it doesn't even end with a
Right.
proposal.
Right, like they get to the. We've definitely seen a couple where they get to the end and then it's just like, whoever the bachelor or bachelorette is like, I don't actually love any of you. You're kind of all awful.
That's good for them, though.
Good. It is good for
That's
them.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Value yourself. All right, you want to get into the episode?
Sure.
This is here's our segue.
All right, so this week, here's our segue. Oh, fuck, I hit a curb. I'm going to get off my segue into this next clip here.
All right. That's good. That's good. Flow smooth.
Just like
Everyone's
segue.
having a good time.
I do. Okay, hold on, real quick. One time,
We'll
okay.
clean that up in post.
When I was 16, I had seen this this Segway cop around Seattle Center, and he kicked us out of this area for skateboarding, which was very funny because he couldn't keep up on a Segway. But the next week, we were coming back to skate the same spot because, you know, that's what you do. And he'd been upgraded to a bicycle. I think because we were talking shit.
I think because he couldn't catch you on the Segway
I think
as you
specifically.
skateboarded away.
It was very funny. We all saw him. We were like, "Hey, you got a mountain bike! Promotion!" He told us to leave.
This episode was a nightmare.
It truly, it was.
People like this kind of stuff. At least me. It's funny when people don't really care that hard about how it sounds.
This
Yeah.
episode verged on like
Oh, wait.
garbage TV.
The episode of The Bachelor.
Yes.
Not us.
Not us. No. This
Wasn't asked
episode's a
about.
nightmare too, but like it's supposed to be. Yeah. How? So we started this episode open with another cold open, which is as far as I can tell is a new thing that they're doing this season, right?
It's newer. I'd
Yeah.
say it's not the typical format.
I am not
Yeah,
a
I
fan
don't-
of it.
No, it's like all
What-
these
what was-
trailers
what
that
was
are
the
like,
cold
oh,
open?
Thanos dies at the end.
The
and
cold
then
open
you're
was-
like, why should I watch it?
The cold open this episode was literally what's her name fainting off
Oh,
of the during
yeah.
the roast.
It's like
Yes.
at the roast
Sarah.
ceremony, yeah.
They cold opened
And
with
that was so less
the-
dramatic.
They cold opened with the last scene. I was like, that. I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it. I call cold open's got to, you got to
Yeah.
drop me into the action.
I
If
don't
the
li-
action doesn't happen till the last scene, The Bachelor.
They might
Yeah.
have done that on purpose because, well, I mean, we do have notes from this episode, but there wasn't as much drama, which would make a lot of sense to make you see the
What
most
do you mean
dramatic.
there was no drama?
There
There
was,
was-
but
there was
wasn't
definitely
fucking
drama, but it
32
was like-
women. No one showed up
Nobody
like, naked
died.
or anything. No one
Yeah,
died.
Yeah, no one died. So
I
is
mean,
it even
it's,
an
it was
episode of The
only
Bachelor?
trauma from Vic because she's just the worst. But like,
well, we'll get into the Victoria drama.
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
fucking
don't
basically
worry.
starts immediately.
As soon, yeah,
It does start pretty soon in the episode.
yeah, we get the cold open of her tripping or not Vic, but do you know what was that girl's name? Sarah falling off during the rose ceremony, falling off of the riser and having a little bit of a panic
didn't
attack.
She
fall.
didn't fall.
She like
Me and Matt just watched the episode.
all right, okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right, okay. She didn't fall.
I think she just.
She's, like,
it
stepped
looks like she
away.
got like lightheaded and looks like she may pass out.
Guess we won't know until next week.
I have theories, but we'll
Oh.
get to it next.
All right, all right.
It starts out with a quick like they showed off the Nemacolin Resort, a nice
Mhm.
little ad. That- the-
nematode.
The Nematodin Resort. They nice little like
nematodes.
placement there, and a nice ad for Nemacolin.
It was. The place does look beautiful.
It
I
does
will
look
literally
really nice.
never go there. There's obviously if that area is beautiful, you can just probably stay at like an Airbnb or like a hotel nearby. In,
You think that? Really? Do you think that like big forest is like private property or whatever?
Yeah, you
Oh,
ever
I'm
seen
sure it
Pennsylvania or like Virginia, dude?
I
It's
guess you can
just
trespass.
Appalachia's just crazy.
Stay nearby and just trespass. Fuck it.
It's just pretty. It kind of looks like how the Northwoods looks. Trees fucking everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Trees are what's up. Anyway,
Oxygen.
Yeah. Chris comes in to the girls' room or the common area thing, and he's basically like, "There's gonna be two one-on-one dates, one group date, but not all the women are gonna be on a group date or a one-on-one date."
That's right.
So I think there was 18 girls on the group date, and then 2 one-on-ones. So that's 20 girls. And how many do we have? now?
24.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know Abigail was one of the girls that didn't get on any date.
And
I
so
know.
was, the Ethiopian girl.
Oh yeah, Maggie.
Maggie.
She wasn't on either.
which
She hasn't gotten a lot of screen time.
No,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
really.
I know. I think she might outshine Matt if they gave her more screen time.
she is pretty
And
amazing.
they're like, please stop. Please stop doing that. People like you too
You're-
much. We're seeing the Bachelor Nation.
Yeah, we're seeing the
People are
Twitter
saying-
mentions. People are saying that you should be the Bachelor, not even the Bachelorette, just the Bachelor.
They said, give this girl a ring? No, man. Who gives a shit?
The drama starts immediately. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's like
Yeah.
immediately after that, there's like a cut. They're talking about, oh yeah, okay, so the producers have definitely fed them all this sorority line because they get a quote from like every girl about it, right?
Yeah. Oh
It's
my
like they
God,
all
that's
did not
so
separately
revealing.
arrive at that. Like the producers definitely. The question was like,
So,
so
do you feel like you're in a sorority
you feel like you're in a sorority right now? Do
with
you?
all these women around? Is this like a sorority?
Is this like a sorority? Don't you feel that?
I
Have you ever spent
remember-
time in a
yeah.
sorority?
My notes. Katie, not in a sorority. She's from Renton, Washington.
Of course not. What sorority would she have been in? I guess she could have gone to UW.
There's
Good
actually
with
quite a few
UW.
schools.
Probably just went to
Yeah.
UW.
UW.
Yeah.
I don't know
You can
anything
go to-
about,
You can go to Wazoo. I'm sure. I think Central has those as well.
I don't know anything about a Greek system.
You know, Western also, all their dorms are named after Greek things. But no, frats. No sororities.
Huh.
I just lived in Kappa Phi.
Weird.
It is weird.
Bri had the first date with Matt.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
date.
I remember thinking, damn, that chick Bri, quotes, short as hell, not quotes. Whatever they are.
Yeah,
Parentheses.
she's pretty sure. There's a few girls there that I'm like, damn, Matt towers over them.
Yeah. It was like a good. ATVing feels like a weird date, and also I
Sounds
feel
fun. I would do it.
I feel like Matt has done this before. This must have been like, do the bachelors get to pick the dates, or do they give suggestions or anything?
They get some choice.
Because he's like,
in the production.
He
stuff.
takes the fuck off. Leaves
Yeah,
her in the
he's
He's
turning
like,
it
cool,
up.
follow me.
He's
Yeah,
trying
he
to fucking
literally-
manji across like the dirt road, spraying
Yeah.
mud
He
everywhere.
literally covered her in mud, like the spray, the mud,
the kickback
the kickback of all
like
that mud
yeah.
she was like covered in mud, and he was like spotless.
They
Yeah.
show her later like rubbing the mud on him because it's like clear she was kind of annoyed.
Yeah, I
That
think
he
so.
was
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah.
And she was like filthy.
I know. I
Uh,
love to like when they read the date card at the house. They read that she was on the one-on-one date, and she was like, "Oh, I wore my worst outfit today."
Yeah, that was funny.
Good thing you did, because you're about to be covered in mud, head
Yeah.
to toe.
You know, it does sound really fun, but also at the same time, if you're on those quads, it's not like they actually gotta like talk or interact much.
It's like
So
a movie.
It's like, yeah, it's a cool date. It is fun, but like, I hope they got some out time,
Okay, but like then they,
time.
I mean,
outside
then
of
they-
that.
then they-
Otherwise,
well, hold
otherwise
on
it's
there.
like
Hot
going
tub.
to the damn movies where it's like, wow, great time. I loved that film. What a good date. And you're like, okay, well, now you know nothing about this lady.
well,
That's why you don't just do like the movie or just do the ATV.
you're
That's
right.
why they had a hot tub
They had a very
portion, a
important-
dinner portion, fireworks.
That's
That's true. It was an all-day event. They
It was an all day event.
after they crashed the ATV, they get in the hot
Oh yeah,
tub.
they crashed the ATV, and there's like a very
yeah.
obvious cut that they like reset the cameras and like position them to make it look like they fell off, but like
Right.
together.
Right. Yeah. Do you think it was? Do you think it was planned to have him like roll it onto the side like that? It felt like the first time we watched it, I was like, oh my god, I think he's gonna like. I think he actually got hurt. But then the second time I watched it, I was like, that's kind of a slow fall.
I think maybe they directed him to do something stupid, like, oh, hey, this date needs to end in this because we need it to be cute.
I will go out on a limb and say it wasn't even him on that clip that they flew off the ATV.
They got a stunt double for him.
Yes.
I can believe it. Why not? I don't know why. After I wrote, oh my god, he flipped the quad, I am for real, never meant to make your daughter cry. Sorry, Miss Jackson, I am for real.
Right. That's
and then
what he
wood
says to
fire
the camera.
hot tub. I don't really understand what I put
He does
there.
he does the interview and he's like I'm so sorry, Mrs. Bree. I didn't mean to flip your daughter off of the ATV.
That's
I'm
right.
so sorry. He's like, I feel so horrible. This is my first date with this girl, and I may have accidentally injured her.
Real.
Yeah, and he doesn't know her last name, so he calls her Miss Bree.
Meanwhile,
true.
back at Nemacolin, though, the girls are like going
Ugh.
feral. They're like
Ugh.
going crazy.
They're going feral.
They're like they watched Bri
30
get
to
on the ATV, and Kit was heard saying like, "That is my ideal date." Like, and
Really,
then-
Kit? Really? That's your ideal
Really?
date, Miss? A limo feels too rideshare to me. You want
Yeah.
to go outside and be covered in mud? I don't fucking believe that for a second.
Miss-
Fuck you.
Miss daughter of the fashion designer is saying, "Oh, my ideal date."
You can't get
Right
inside
in
your
the quad.
Bentley dirty.
Yeah.
God.
And Victoria was like, it doesn't look like she's very good at it. Like when Bri's like a foot tall, so she's trying to get on this ATV that's like 100 feet tall. And
Yeah,
Give or take.
yeah, give or take a few inches. And
It's at least 3 feet taller than she is. So
Yeah.
it's like impressive.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's like scaling this ATV, and Victoria's like, doesn't look like she's very good at it.
Doesn't look like she's good at that. It's like, okay, Vic, I'm sure you would have been great.
Yeah,
Sure,
she
you
would've
would've-
gotten
Can
off.
you imagine her on this date?
Vic just like this whole episode, it feels like I've never seen more of a obvious producer plant than her. It feels like at this point, because like this is like early in the episode you're like, oh, okay, she's being a little catty, that's like normal or whatever. She's just gonna be the aggressive villain this thing, but like no, it gets so
It got so worse.
it just keeps going. She doesn't stop.
It's so,
So
bad,
much
I don't
worse.
even know if it's like, I don't know, she might just have like a personality problem. This lady
Yeah, I think
seems
she may-
compulsively awful to the people around her.
I
Yeah.
think she may have actual issues, but it's hard to know.
Maybe the producers just realize, maybe they just choose all these women and then they're like, oh shit, this one's crazy as hell. I bet we could get her to do
Manipulate
some
the fuck
shit.
out of her.
Hey, Victoria,
Yeah.
I want to come over here and choose an idea out of this hat labeled bad ideas. You should go over to those girls and complain about how Matt hasn't fucked you tonight or something. I don't know yet.
Yeah, as much
Why don't
as,
you
like-
remind them all that Abigail got the first kiss and not you?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
how
that is what
upsetting
she
that
did.
was to you because you said it was like a personal slight.
Yeah, as much as I don't like Victoria, I mean nobody really likes her,
She
but
just
like
needs
there's
therapy.
a good chance that the producers are talking to her on the side and they're literally they're hyping her up. They're like, "You go, girl," and then they're giving her horrible ideas and telling her to do stupid shit.
I absolutely. I mean, okay, so maybe she's not a producer plant in so much as she's in on it, but
She's just easily manipulated.
she might just be getting
manipulated.
easily manipulated by the by those producers. I was about to say poor producers.
Those poor producers.
No, I don't. I was gonna say I was I actually don't have any sympathy for them. Sorry.
Yeah, I just hope it's fun to make fun of people, be mean and stuff. But I hope nothing horrible happens to Victoria, and if something does, that the producers are held responsible because they're manipulating her from what you can kind of tell.
Or she's just awful.
She may just be awful.
We'll see.
I hope not, but I think
Why
the
not both?
production has a lot to do with this.
Didn't Victoria also? As a quick sidebar here, wasn't there a post going around that she posted on International Dogs Day or something, and she's got Trump flags in the background?
Oh, did you read about that?
I just saw
Or did
it
I
on
tell you
Twitter.
about it? Oh,
I
you
just
saw it on
saw
Twitter.
it on Twitter.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that too.
she
It was a
posted
big deal.
photo. It was a while ago. I think it's in August, but she was she claims she was at an Airbnb, but there's very visibly in the background there's a Trump flag hanging off of the chair.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, my Airbnb where
My
I leave up my
Airbnb.
political
Didn't
flags
she
to
post a
trigger
picture
my
from the
guests.
same exact spot sometime later? And people were like,
Yeah.
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 I don't know about
A
that.
bunch of bullshit.
I don't know, that could have been bullshit too. but-
People are kind of curious, what's up with her though, because a lot of her Instagram photos. I mean, this happens all the time, but her Instagram photos almost don't look like her at all.
They don't. I was gonna say in that picture, I was like, that looks like a Victoria doppelganger, but not Victoria.
Yeah, there's a couple photos where I'm like, that looks just like her. It totally looks like her. And then some are like, this is so
On the
different.
other hand, she does look like shit on the show. I don't believe that she is at her best because they keep every
they keep
shot.
sleep depriving
Yeah,
them.
they keep sleep depriving them, and then she's they're definitely if our theory is correct and they are manipulating her, they're definitely pumping her full of more alcohol than the rest of the girls or whatever. And I don't know. We'll
She
get
does
to it
seem
in the
pretty
rose ceremony throughout the whole thing. She just looks she's just got those huge dark circles under her eyes, and she just looks like she's not doing okay. So maybe when she's well rested,
she
and can,
seems a
you
little
know,
cranky.
not surrounded by women that she supposedly hates, maybe she looks a little bit better, and that's why the Instagram photos look that way.
Yeah. Some girls were saying they were happy for Bri's date with Matt, and Victoria just kind of. That's where it all starts to fall.
Yeah,
She's like,
she's
how can
not
you be
having-
happy
in
for
almost
him?
all
Like,
of these.
She says she's
Yeah.
loudly angry about or she is loudly angry about Bri getting the date, and she denies that she's jealous. And the other girls are like,
which is
"Eh."
it is such a I don't know. They're having such a good time. I was trying to in my notes here. I was trying to find things to roast about this date, but honestly, looks like they're having a really good time.
Yeah.
He takes his shirt off and chops some wood up.
Yeah, they're playing some porn music.
They're playing
when
porn
he's
music,
cutting the
yeah,
wood,
that was
it was
like-
so
Why did he take his shirt off to start cutting the wood? You're gonna get
Sexy.
splinters.
it's hot.
He's gonna get splinters.
Splinters. He's
Also-
not rubbing the wood all over his
He's
body.
I guess that whole shot was literally just for her to ogle him, I guess, and for all of the women watching.
It was
the
so
show.
awkward. I'm not saying she should have got disrobed, but it was so weird that she's fully clothed and she's watching him unclothed, and she's
yeah.
just watching.
Yeah, and just watching him chop wood for this hot tub that I know is not wood fired. No way.
No, it is
Yeah.
a wood-fired hot tub.
No way.
Yeah, he said it.
He said it, but
Yeah, that's what he said. Didn't you watch the episode?
How
didn't
else,
watch-
Jeff? How else would
Dude,
it be
it's wood
heated? Did you
fired.
see
They
a
just
bunch of?
already had a bunch of cut wood.
They
and
got
had
generators everywhere.
Yeah.
PA assistants
Did-
just pump that
Yeah,
shit
did you
in.
see any extension cords leading out to this hot tub?
No, but that's why they have a production team that has been doing this for 25 seasons.
No, it's wood fired.
No.
Yeah, they just have the fucking... they
I don't
just have
even
the-
real. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even really believe that they're there. I think it's a studio. But go off.
Okay. The whole ATV date's a studio.
Yeah. The way that they cut those things, man. Come on. And the way that the sun, there shouldn't be a shadow cast on them because of the way how close they are, and there's no atmosphere.
Well, that's true. Also, you got to take into the fact that the Earth is flat, and that changes how
This is just
ATVs work when they can roll over. How can you roll when the Earth isn't round?
this is just like NASA faking the moon landing. The Bachelor
Yeah.
faking the
Oh,
fact that they
sure,
are at
yeah.
Nemacolin.
No, they're definitely there.
All right. Okay. Maybe they're there.
I don't know what the fuck this guy's on.
Rainier. The rest of the day, like they go and they do cocktails, and like a lot of Matt's early, a lot of I think like the first couple episodes is just gonna be Matt hearing about these women's backgrounds too.
Yeah, that's how the show works.
Yeah, I know I mean, but like, yeah, we gotta set up, they gotta establish character.
Well, yeah, they have to fall in love.
Oh.
Yeah. Bri and Matt are
I
on
see
the.
you seeing me looking at you, seeing me looking at you.
Bri let the whole Bachelor Nation know that her mom was 13 when she had
You
her.
see.
That's cool. I know a lot of kids like that in Federal Way
What?
who have a mom who was like 13 to 15 when they had her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We won't name anyone.
I won't. I'm just saying.
That'd be
All right,
shitty
I'm
if we did.
All right, I'm gonna cut this part out now. Shit.
No, keep that. We didn't name anyone. It's
Yeah.
fine. And if we did, you can bleep it.
Yeah, so they're on their dinner date, and they're just kind of telling each other about their lives. I don't know.
It's
That
fun.
was nice. They had a good conversation.
And then it goes kiss, kiss, fall in love.
Yeah, they start making out, and there's fireworks, and like they're setting off the fireworks. I mean, there's not really a place that they could set off the fireworks that the other girls wouldn't have heard, but
No,
It
it's
is
definitely on
heavy.
purpose.
yeah, it's definitely on purpose. They all get mad and like, well, not mad, but they all come running
Victoria
outside.
gets mad.
Victoria gets mad.
Well, that's because everything is a personal slight against her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, in that specific occasion, like the other girls were saying, like, "Oh, I wish I was on that date," and I think Victoria took that like they were being negative now, and she's like, "Why were you angry at me for being petty, and now you're petty, and I can't be angry at you?"
Right, and then this is also
And everybody's like, "What?"
yeah, like
Everyone's just confused.
all of the girls are like Victoria says something, and then it just cuts to all of the rest of the women being like, no, what is wrong with you? Nobody said that to you. Why are you attacking us? And she says something else crazy, and then they go, what? No, why are you being like this? We're trying to like, this is also now when Vic tells whoever she's rooming with that she doesn't want to room with her, right? Marilyn, yeah. This is when she tells her that, right? She's like, right after while the fireworks are going, or right after, or whatever, right? Says that I don't want to be with you anymore because you said you want to pick my brain. How dare you?
Oh yeah, she was trying to say like Marilyn.
That is so funny. She's just like, wow, I've never met a girl like you. You're fucking crazy. Let's see what's going on there, huh?
I know Marilyn totally must have just said like, "Oh, I want to get to know you better, so we can room better together." And
No,
and
I think
Victoria
I remember
took that
pick your brain.
as- No, yeah, Victoria says she said, "I want to pick your brain and figure out how your fucking crazy brain works."
Yeah.
And,
She's aware.
It's like,
she's got
why
some
you are the way
self-awareness.
you
yeah,
are.
why you do the things you do?
Well, that's why she's asking. That's why she was like, why can't I be jealous and petty? If you guys can be jealous and petty, because she knows she is, and she wants to have like a permission to also
Yeah.
be that way.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like everyone.
Oh, that's what it
she's
is.
trying
Yeah.
to get them all in on it so she can keep being this way. But they all are actually better people than her.
Yeah.
She can't.
She's so mad that they are. She's so mad. She's trying to drag them down. She's like, you guys are all bad and petty and negative too, and they're
You're
like,
like catty
what?
bitches,
Oh,
right?
no.
I feel like there's an Always Sunny episode about this.
Yeah.
This is also when they
Oh,
read off the
Community, where they all
name.
become the mean girls.
They read off the name of all the girls going on the group date. There's 18 girls on this group
Right.
date.
There's so many women on
That's
this
right.
date.
9v9 Final Destination.
Yeah.
No items except for paint balloons.
No items.
But Victoria was saying basically, like before they read out the group date card, she was like, I feel like if I go on this group date, I just won't be able to be my full self, and that's why I don't want a group date. I only want a one-on-one.
Yeah. I don't.
And then she gets called for it, and she's like, everybody, don't be negative tomorrow. Please.
She gets called last. I think it's important. She's been called last for the roses, and
I mean,
last
that's just
for
for
the
like
date.
suspense.
Maybe
Like,
it's alphabetical.
Dude, maybe it could be suspense. I bet he has a list, and he turns it into the producers, and then they tell him how to pick people.
Oh, they pick the people that go
they
on the
pick
date.
them, for sure.
I
think so.
meant the rose ceremony. I don't know why I skipped so far ahead.
No. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, either way, I'm sure same shit. Maybe he has a little bit of choice, so you can pick one girl.
I feel
Two
like he
girls.
probably chooses the one-on-one date, and then they choose who goes on the group date.
Okay, yeah, probably. That makes sense. Keep the drama going.
I doubt he
We're all
like still
learning.
remembers all of their names and like what they look like.
He's just like, thank God, that's a relief. Handing him like a sheet with all their names and photos next to them
Oh my god.
and their favorite items. That's why he remembers the orchid later.
Yeah. Their favorite
Fucking
item.
production
Wait, yeah.
assistant brought it in.
Do you think the Bachelor is just turning in those profiles that they have on their website to Matt for use during the filming, so he doesn't forget who the women are or what they like?
Maybe. I bet he's got a binder of women.
He's got a binder
Oh my
full of these
God.
women, dude.
Oh my God, we gotta find out if they got like a cheat sheet like they gave me at the Domino's to learn about the tagging system, but for all these women in a binder where he goes through and he's got their favorite the weaknesses, their favorite flowers, what types are resistant to ground, fire, whichever, what level they evolve at,
How
the
many
weather.
special moves they can learn, what their habitats are like.
What kind of stats they got, if they're EV or IV trained. And you know the way Vic's acting. She got pokey rose. She's going crazy.
She's got
trying to
pokey
get
rose.
those
She's
stats
trying to give it
going.
to the rest of those girls for sure.
Yeah, she's trying to fucking bring her to her level. Oh my God, it all adds up.
Vicky's always saying, there's this line that they get fed like a couple times too, I think, by the producers, where she keeps saying, "I'm real, I'm authentic," and like
Yeah, she does keep saying that.
girls who say "I'm real, I'm authentic" are just
Fake and
all-
non-authentic.
Yes, almost 99% of the time, I'd say. Yeah, I was like, you have to remind people that, like she does throughout this entire episode. I wrote it down like once, but like I also went back and made a check next to it every time she said it again, and it was like I have like 6 checks here. Like, anyways, let's get to this crazy ass group date.
Yeah. Oh, I want to mention though, Victoria said Marilyn is psychologically disturbed.
Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Right.
She said
which
she's
is
toxic and then wouldn't elaborate.
which is the cat calling the kettle black if I ever seen.
Dude, I know you just said it, but what did you say like 6 seconds ago?
The thing about I'm real, I'm authentic.
Oh, yeah. So, like, yeah, dudes also say this, and they're always just like, bro, I'm being real. And then they follow it up or, like, just predicated it with, like, just because you got a tiny dick, can't drive, your girl left you because you're balding, I'm just being real, bro.
I'm just
and it's
being
like
real,
things
bro.
that aren't happening, and they're just, like, taking your beer out of your hand and then kissing you, and they're like, I'm just being real.
I'm just being real, bro. I'm just being real.
Yeah, it's people who just say that are just, like, justifying being mean, usually. But also, they're not fake. They're not illusions. They're not a fugazi, fairy dust.
Keeps acting like she's the queen, even though she is the one now sleeping on the couch when she tells Mary Lynn that she's psychologically disturbed and can't live with her and can't be in the same room with her anymore. So
You don't know, dude. She could have 1 square foot of Scotland.
anybody could do that. I could go there right now and pick up a square
You don't
foot.
even have to go there.
Oh my God, you know.
I don't even have
you
to
know
go there
about
to do
this?
it. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Thank God. Okay, someone in this room understands this joke I'm trying to make here.
I don't know. This is
You can,
this
like,
is above my
Dude,
pay grade, bro.
I get an ad like all the time for owning 1 square foot of Scotland because then you can become a duke.
It's because like
entitled.
they're trying to like save like their like wild wilderness or something like that.
I think so,
Oh.
something like that.
Something about like their nature, preserving their nature. So like if you own a piece of it, like that's now like private property, and they can't just like bulldoze over it or something.
I'm gonna be I'm into this feudalism thing. Yeah, I'd like to own some land, and then how many serfs do you think I can fit on a 1 square foot of land?
You standing there. That's it.
Well, I'll get somebody else to stand there, or otherwise I wouldn't be I would be the serf and not the noble.
That's true. Okay. Well, in this relationship, I see. I think it costs $50 or $100 to do this. It's pretty cheap. I think Victoria probably went the route of starting her own micronation in her house or her tanning salon
Right.
empire that I
Yes.
believe she owns.
She is the empress.
yeah.
That would make her an empress and not a queen. So she
No,
can't
you
even
could be a
get
queen.
her-
It could still be a
It's not
a
a tanning-
matriarchal.
It's not a
royalty.
tanning lotion kingdom. It's a tanning
could
salon
call it that.
empire. Well, I wouldn't though.
You could.
If you wanted to be incorrect.
All right, where are we in The Bachelor? We're at the part where they.
We're at the group date.
We're at the group date. Now this
Where-
shit, girl, guys, theys and thems. Does it get cool here? They all put on wedding dresses.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, we should go back. Wait, yeah, we're at the great. Yeah, this is where
Okay.
it starts. Hold
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
my
yeah.
brain's dead.
The group date. They all 18 of these women come charging out into the lawn with the umbrellas because it's like I don't know, it's like drizzling or whatever. And the group date is that you're all gonna get, or at least as they're told, is you're all gonna do wedding photos with the Bachelor's special photographer man, who's I don't recognize. Maybe you do, Lindsay.
Yeah,
He's been on previous seasons. He was on Nick by All season when they also did a photo session in wedding dresses.
What's his deal?
He's just a guy.
we
Okay.
have. They dress him up like he's Floop or one of the fucking characters from the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a grown Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
It
he looks
doesn't
like
really
Willy
make
Wonka.
too much sense.
He doesn't really look like that in real life.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. They put him in this weird clown
Like, he
costume.
looks like RuPaul or something.
From
like,
what I can understand, he doesn't look like that. I've
He's-
seen like some photos of him being posted around, and he's
he's just
not
a normal
normally
human
like
normally.
that. Yeah, for I guess for the
Mild-mannered
most part.
human.
Yeah.
He's like
I mean, he's an actor, obviously.
he's like a plum-lipped Robert Downey Jr. in that. It's like insane. I don't even understand.
Vic.
Well, they're putting on the wedding dresses, and Victoria finds a crown, and she's like, "I found my crown."
Of course, she found a crown. I feel like they put it there
They
for
definitely
her.
put one there
Like,
for her.
no,
Right
the
next
rest
to
of
her
the women
dress.
were
It's
Crazy.
not really a crown either. It's a veil piece, and
Yeah.
most of the women had one.
Right.
Yeah. But Vic also finds a what's the thing that goes on her thigh? What's that called?
A garter.
Thank you. Sorry, drawn a blank. Which will become pertinent later. After a couple, like that's just the vibe of the date. Is they just all, go up one at a time in this little. arch.
It's all cute. Like most of
Yeah,
like,
so it's a kind of a partly overcast day. They're on a grass field, beautiful background of, I don't know, Pennsylvania or wherever they are, right? And they have a little arch with flowers, and they're taking their wedding photos, and then they show the photos, and it makes no fucking sense at all. It's like, I don't even, maybe it's got,
like the way that
maybe it's got a ProMist filter on it, but like it looks like someone smeared Vaseline on the
pictures
images.
look so bad.
like
There's
they
just-
look like horrible quality, and then like just not like we were theorizing they must have just like screen grabbed from like some of the.
Yeah, I think they took a still from the video. I don't even think those were photos.
Yeah,
And it
like
doesn't
Taken
even
with the
make
camera.
Like I believe that's what they did, but it also doesn't even make sense because like we don't see the shots that look that shitty at all. So like where the fuck did they get these images?
which means that they're
Couldn't
just,
have been that dude's camera unless he was just like, guys, I don't even know I put the lens on backwards. I don't know.
I didn't
what
take the
fuck this
cap
is.
off. Sorry, I didn't even
filled
realize.
up my camera full of water before this one. It's just like every photo is just fucked
Garbage.
up.
Which means that they might just be paying that guy for his personality, which is even less, which is like horrible. He was not that good of a. I hope they didn't pay him a whole lot.
I don't. Yeah, it's fucked up. I don't know
Someone
what's going
didn't even
on there.
recognize him. It felt like. Anyways,
And then Chris Harrison in the
no,
middle
wait.
of.
No, wait. First,
Oh yes, please.
I believe is it Jasenia who's getting her picture taken?
Mari.
It's Mari who's getting her picture taken, and then Vic just comes like,
She
with-
comes like barging in, like
yeah,
like
she
a
just
fucking bowl in a china shop.
like standing like off to the side, like I'm next.
she says, what does she
She
say?
maybe
says
even in
the-
frame.
This is the royal wedding or something, but
Yeah, the royal
this is
wedding.
100% a thing the production told her to do. They're like, you know what would be
Absolutely.
so funny if you just like walked up to them and you stole like the shot from them or like the royal wedding.
Yeah,
Remember,
it
you're
was
a
like
queen.
it was like incredibly uncomfortable. The photographer guy's like, "Okay, honey, why don't you just wait over there?"
It
Yeah,
was
that's
really,
funny. He did
it
just
was,
direct her off.
it was
Hella
really
cringe.
cringy. All the girls were like cringing hard.
Hella cringe.
Oh,
not
yeah.
based.
I mean, can you imagine being that socially like?
Unaware.
Vic is constantly just like talking to no one over there too. Like, I feel like she still saying stuff when she walked over there, or am I misremembering?
She was just saying like that she was next, even
Oh.
though she was like not next.
I think I wrote something in the wrong spot on my note. Anyway, yeah. So Vic gets that producer cue to just like start causing drama, and so she gets up there and like ruins somebody else's moment. Then she goes over there and like is immediately getting her hands all up on Matt's chest and arms
I'd say
and balls.
Mari took that pretty well too. Like she wasn't like she didn't
didn't
like
yell.
immediately start yelling at
Yeah.
Victoria or anything.
Just kind of like walked off and was like, "Okay, here you can
Alright.
have Matt.
Well,
it's
she
your
finished,
turn, I
She
guess."
finished her photos too. and
She
then
did
I
Yeah,
was
she was like,
okay.
hold on a second, we're still like doing this.
Yeah.
Like,
That's good.
She set some boundaries there, and that's really respectable. Unlike Victoria,
who has not an ounce of respect in her body.
or a boundary.
Yeah, so like she goes up there, and then so Vic has inserted herself and decided that it's her turn, right? And is getting pictures taken, and then makes Matt take the garter off her leg, which like they cut away, but like normally the bride is like sitting when that happens. So like I can only like they cut away from it, but I can only imagine it was like the most uncomfortable 30 seconds. Like in addition to it being like inappropriate and she cutting in line and
I
being
just
a
don't
jerk
know
or
what
whatever.
she thought was gonna happen.
What did, like I
like,
just
did she
can't-
think it was gonna be really hot?
It could be really hot, be really sexy. Pull this down my leg over to my mud-covered white tennis shoe. Like,
Leaning in like, Matt, did you get a horny boner for me?
did you get a horny boner for me, Matt?
Wow, don't you want to marry me?
I would love to meet, like, or I'd love to know what her exes were like. Because this, obviously, she acts with a lot of confidence, and it makes me wonder if, like, this works for other men she has met.
Does not work on me. I know. I'm telling you right now that, like, don't worry, Lindsay. No matter what she does on that TV, I'm not attracted to her.
Alright, you're not into Victoria.
I'm not.
That's good to know.
Immediately afterward is when Chris Harrison arrives and decides to change things up, which is like, I don't know. They're being so
They've
heavy.
only made it through a few of the women.
Yeah.
Oh,
only, like,
yeah. You can
less
hear
than
the other
half.
girls audibly go, what the fuck? We haven't taken our engagement, our wedding photos. And then he goes, Matt wanted someone who would fight for him.
He laughs
You
maniacally.
guys are going to have to learn how to take apart, relube, and arm an M16 rifle. And
I wish.
You will fight ISIS. None of you girls are going to roleplay ISIS, and the other part are going to roleplay the Free Syrian Army.
It's
You're
actually
gonna
capture
fight
the
for
flag. Yay!
Was it Capture the Flag? I thought they
It-
were just
it was
having a
basically
paint
Capture
balloon
the
fight.
Flag.
It was
It's
basically
capture the
Oh,
heart.
yeah,
capture the
heart.
Stop the
Capture the heart.
steal the heart.
Capture
Stop the
heart.
steal of the heart.
Stop
Steal
the
the
steal,
election.
steal of the heart.
Insurrect your heart.
Yeah, like so I didn't think normally episode 2 is not when we break out the violent group date, but I guess I don't know, we're hopping in early. Maybe we'll get some more of them.
Chris
Usually it's
Harrison,
only like
We've
one.
seen like
thought it was
previews
a
of them
higher-
like straight up like boxing.
That's true.
Yeah.
We do have a boxing one coming, so that's exciting. But yeah,
Wow,
so
that's
like
funny. They're just going to step it up. Just at the end, they're going to actually just give them weapons.
what if they just like the final 3, they're just like, okay, you guys all have to duel at 20 paces. Everybody gets a pistol with one shot.
We came to Pennsylvania. 'cause
Winner
it's the
gets
only
married.
State it's still legal.
Winner gets married and doesn't die.
Loser doesn't get their wounds cleaned and has to walk back.
Yeah, you gotta do the loser's walk, which we find out Chris Harrison is very into.
These are all old-timey rifles with the steel metal balls that make you get gangrene immediately.
I feel like this was a thing that the producers realized, like, oh crap, we really can't have 18 women on one date, so we gotta make them do a game to cut it in half. So that's what they do,
Yeah.
is they split them up into 2 teams of 9, make them play this messed up capture the flag out in the middle of the woods.
But with paint instead of tags
and like the paint
No
is
rules.
the paint is
No
in like
rules.
purses.
No
like I don't
rules.
think he ever actually explained the rules of the capture the flag.
Because
Like,
there are no rules.
okay, so like why did they have purses filled with paint to smash each
Yeah,
other.
that was
with.
like
To
to
beat the
tag.
shit out of
That
each
was
other.
to tag each other
Because
instead of
women
pulling,
be
like,
shopping.
Yeah.
Chris Harrison was like, "Well, not only are we going to make these women fight, we're going to add a touch of misogyny.
Oh,
just for the men,
just a touch.
just a touch. Not only are they in wedding dresses fighting each other for one man."
So they broke them up into 2 teams, and Victoria was on one team, and she famously said, "I think my team is a bunch of queens, and the other team are a bunch of gestures."
Yeah, gestures.
Like a
my
hand
court
gesture.
The
like
court
a-
gestures. Where does he gesture to?
I love this slip up.
Gestures to
This
the
word
jester.
slip up's really good to me.
She does it a lot. That was Vic. She also in the previous episode, or is it this one where she says, "You and me, we're like oil and vinegar."
Yeah,
That
that's
was
this
later in
episode.
this one,
That's
yeah.
like in this episode. Yeah, she does not know words, unfortunately.
Oh, was she the one that also didn't know the like drinking from a fire hose?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She's got a lot of
Lot of gaps.
a lot of gaps in her vocab, which is just too bad. When Chris Harrison announces that they're going to be doing Capture the Flag, all those women who clearly hated gym class were like,
Oh shit.
I would not want to play capture the flag in my wedding dress.
That sounds
Simple.
that does sound like a pain.
it looked like a nightmare of a game.
Did he give them? Did he give them non-heeled shoes?
Yeah, they were all
Okay,
wearing
I
tennis
didn't-
shoes.
Yeah, there's no way.
I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
They did literally just give them like purses and like other things that were hard. Like they're like swinging.
Why was there a slingshot with like paint that they were like launching at each other? What does that have to do with anything?
For pain.
For pain, I guess. Yeah, like
Because it doesn't hurt enough when you
It's
get
just
hit
such
by
a-
when you
there's
get
like-
slapped by a purse.
I
Yeah.
think they were hoping.
defend your flag from raiders.
I think they were hoping for a lot more drama among the women with this game, but a lot of these people that were on this group date are just like pretty wholesome, nice people.
Yeah,
Just-
they're, like aside from Victoria, they're all like pretty nice to each other.
I know
Yeah.
they were like hitting each other with purses and stuff, and none of them like called each other a bitch or anything.
yeah, they were
Like,
chilling.
They were pretty chill.
There was like a dog pile at one point, but it was like, you know,
It was fun.
nobody got like punched in the side of the head or anything. Like it,
MJ took a purse to the face.
MJ took a
she
purse
did
to the
get kinda
face.
wrecked.
but then also won the game for her team. Go MJ. I like MJ. This is another
Yeah.
side note. I really like MJ. She was on this date. She did very well, I think.
There was a part at the beginning where Victoria runs over and hugs Kit, and it was so weird.
Yeah, when they're
Yeah,
splitting
that
up the
was-
teams, it happens in the background of one of the shots, and like Vic runs over and
She looks
hugs
disgusted.
Kit,
I
and
mean,
like
Kit looks disgusting.
She
and
looked
Kit is like shriveling
she,
in her arms.
Yeah, she looked a little bit more okay with it than I would think. But
I
she
don't
still
think
seemed
she,
a little like,
I don't
come
think she
on.
looked okay with it.
Oh.
Definitely not.
I don't know. I thought throughout this episode, Kit kind of like grew on me a little bit more. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. She didn't
Yeah.
literally like push Victoria away and be like,
Push
"Fuck
away,
you,"
but
or
like there was like a look on her face that was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Anyways, red team wins. And half the girls have to do the walk of shame and leave the date early, which is Chris Harrison's just real into.
Rachel was so like, she's being like a little baby about it. Like
Yeah.
she's like, I worked harder than anybody like on my team or theirs.
I was so proud of myself, and I didn't get most valuable bride award.
Yeah.
and it
Oh, I
was
have
like-
tea about her.
Oh yeah, you want to lay it on me?
So like last week I was saying she hasn't posted anything to Instagram or anything, and that was kind of like sus to me a little bit. But turns out she has been put on blast on Instagram and TikTok and Reddit. She has a history. Some people came forward. This is all allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
but some girls came forward that she went to high school with, and they're claiming that she's super racist.
Oh.
And her friend group is racist, and in high school they like would pick on girls that were like dating black guys and picking
Uh-oh.
on like people just in general.
Where's she from?
Cumming, Georgia.
All right.
Oh right.
I don't. Yeah.
That silly town name.
I don't know, girl.
Which is actually
She's from- Yeah.
it's in a sundown town actually.
What does that mean?
Everybody knows what that is. No,
I don't know what that
except for
means.
Jeff.
Tell me.
Sundown
It's a
towns,
town.
where if you're black, you have to get out of the city limits by sundown, or they'll lynch you.
Are you
and
kidding me?
These
Yeah.
aren't as common as they used to be. This is what the Green Book is about. It was the first travel guide for black people,
Right,
so
right,
they
right.
could figure out, where to not get killed.
Yeah.
And this sometimes extended to counties, and there'd be sundown counties.
Yeah, I believe I want to say it's Forsyth County, Georgia, where she's from, or Cumming, Georgia, and it's like it's a sundown town, and so it has a pretty deep history with racism. But anyways, all these people came forward. It started with one girl on TikTok that made a TikTok just saying like, "Hey, really funny how you made fun of me for having a black boyfriend in high school, and now you're on The Bachelor, trying to date this black guy." And so her friend group has like been kind of brutally in people's mentions on Instagram and Reddit and shit. Like,
Right. Okay. The girls on Chatty Broads were talking about this, right? And like they were saying that like Rachel's friends are hunting down everyone who spreads this and giving them bad reviews, giving their podcasts
yeah,
bad
they're
reviews.
giving
So
bad podcast reviews on like Apple Podcasts. And
I'd like to
Oh,
go
that's how
ahead.
you seem guilty.
Yeah, and I'd like to go ahead and say right now, come and get it. You can just try me.
Yeah,
give us a bad review.
Why don't
See
you
what
give
happens.
me a bad fucking review, you damn honky.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We're not making any money off of this.
Listen, I would like to say it seems like maybe she's grown, but by your friend, like her friend's actions,
But,
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
but how can she be racist if she's trying to date a black person?
Oh,
That's right.
shit. You're
Mila
right.
Yiannopoulos
Checkmate.
used the same thing.
Racist, Matt. You just solved racism.
Damn.
What can I say? Like,
Yo,
right?
it's crazy. You know, whiteness, it is only for white people. That's what they always say. White supremacy. It's not an ideology.
it's not an
Yeah.
ideology. It's
with
racism.
that said,
Anyway.
Rachel, I don't know if I like her. It's kind of coming more to light that she's not great.
Yeah.
Well, the only screen
No.
time I've seen her get, she's just like, wow, that was like the greatest date ever. I wish I was on it. Oh my god, I lost, and I'm gonna get kicked off so hard. And, maybe I could relate to that as a permanent Debbie Downer myself, but also, don't say it to the camera.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Just lie.
Well, I gotta say it to the camera.
No, I mean, they ask you whatever question, but you could just do like a politician thing and be like, it's actually okay. I think it's great for her, and I will have a better date next time with Matt, and I'll really show him how it's done, or whatever.
I think they hold them there until you
Whatever.
give them the answer. They like in the interview until you give them an answer that they're like, yeah, we can use that.
Oh,
Just stonewall these.
their interviews that are just with the producers.
Yeah.
They're called ITMs, and they will pull them like at any hour of the day. Like they could call you at 3 a.m. and say it's time to do your ITM. So, and they'll hold you until they get the answer they want.
Just as suspected. More construction in the media.
ITM means in the moment.
In the moment.
Well,
3
Funny
a.m.
because they're not in the moment. It could be hours removed from the situation
From the
that they're
moment.
talking about. Yeah.
Oh, that does make sense why earlier I wrote down. Wow, they really did these interviews with Bri and Matt while they're still covered in mud.
Yeah.
I know, but
Yeah.
like they're already like sat down to dinner or like in the hot tub, like
Yeah.
Yeah, in the middle. That was pretty funny, little editing thing, but whatever, I get it.
So, half those women go home. Don't get to go to the after party part of the date, which is just like another excuse to throw a cocktail party, effectively. And then a couple girls pull Matt away. I don't think anybody on the date who pulled him away really made an impression on me. I know that he does talk about more church stuff.
Matt and Lauren talk about dating as Christians and how hard it is, I guess.
Matt said, I have a quote, he says, I've never led in a relationship with like the fact that I'm a Christian. And I'm going to say that I
that's a little
disagree.
that's hard for
I-
me to believe.
I disagree, man.
You
The
just
first
started
thing you said.
32 relationships.
I started
With a
32
prayer.
relationships with a prayer, yeah. Bro, you literally prayed. I guess that just to show he's serious, but
The losing team goes back to Nemacolin and they're like literally on the verge of tears.
yeah.
Bland.
Just like when the losing team of men on The Bachelorette would go back and they're on the verge of tears and they're like, they made me get naked.
Or they're like Blake Moore.
I'm so hot.
Just like, where the fuck is my Chaos Emeralds? God!
But then back on the date with the winning team, yeah, Matt and Lauren talk about dating as Christians, and then Jacinia and Matt talk about dating and how her past like involved like infidelity and stuff.
Yeah, I like Jasenia. She's really cute.
Yeah, she is very cute. They give her a lot of screen
Give her
time.
a lot of screen time this episode.
It makes me wonder if they're gonna cut her.
I think so. I think that because I don't think she's making a very strong impression on Matt, but they are giving her a lot of screen time because I think she's charismatic.
She's charismatic.
Well,
and I feel like it's working to, or I think they plan on putting her on Bachelor in Paradise.
I think
that should be a good fit.
should be fine.
Yeah,
for
she'd
that.
be a great fit for that. So that's why they're like, oh, I'll get to know her a little bit more, and then we're gonna cut her. It's gonna be devastating.
Oh, that's right. And Vic is wearing her hoochie dress for this part of the day.
Don't call it a hoochie dress.
That's what you said. Those are your words,
I
not
said
mine.
it was hoochie.
That's what she said.
It was just a very ugly dress.
This is
it
not
was
the
simply ugly.
Yeah.
It was like a black disco ball dress.
Yeah. and
What?
it-
Victoria's dress?
Oh no, that was earlier, or maybe the last episode. This one, she has like
It's not
an
the rose
anime
one.
titty dress that's like satin cherry blossom.
No, that's what she wears at the cocktail party.
Fuck, dude, I don't know which one
I
she's
think
wearing.
no,
right
I think you're right. I think it's the one that is like it looks like a disco ball and it goes like
like
maybe a
down her leg.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
a centimeter past her hoochie.
Yeah, it's like black
don't
and
remember that.
sequins
I'm
or
looking
whatever.
at
Yeah,
up.
it's like she sits down on the couch with Matt and
Her
she
whole
just-
like
horrible.
I
her
remember.
eyes will be
I remember
out.
this whole episode. Her boobs were like
just
crazy.
everywhere with them. She sits down with Matt and she has like the most scripted talk with him. It feels like
She's trying to talk to him about insecurities, but she's just not very well spoken.
she's not very good at expressing herself. No.
Yeah, she says something. She says, picking out a dress today, I was worried like, oh, I hope I don't look fat. So I'm like insecure like that.
Yeah.
And
have
that
all these
moment was
thoughts.
so like I can't believe. Well, I can believe they aired that, but that was like the most it's felt like we've been like that feels so 2000s, like mid 2000s to say that.
I feel like everything that she says, like, it is the producers. It's like word for word. I think the producers sit her down and they say, "Okay, tell him that you have insecurities," and she's like, "What kind of insecurities should I have?" And they're like, "Tell him,
I
tell
don't
him
know
that you
shit that girls care about, like being fat.
yeah, or something." And she's like, "Okay," and then she goes over there and she says it, and Matt just like gives her this like 1,000-yard blank stare, like, "Okay, I'm really sorry about that." I think he has figured out. I mean, like the
I
producers
don't. Yeah, he's definitely not falling for like
for Vic,
the bullshit.
Yeah, like he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't need that.
They just have like the most awkward conversation right then, and then he's like, "Hey, can I take you back to the women? Can I get you out of here?" And
yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah, can I get a kiss?" And then they just have the worst
Oh,
kiss.
just the worst.
Every time they kiss, I'm just like, "Wow, I don't know how
Like
it can
earlier
get
on,
much
like,
worse."
When they're doing like the photo shoot, she just like thrust herself into him,
Yeah,
and like his body language
Oh,
was
yeah.
clearly just like make it stop, make it stop.
I wrote
Yeah.
forced a kiss.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some forced kissing happening here. It's kind of gross.
It's not consensual, really.
No,
He doesn't seem that into it, but
She
he's
did
also on the
ask.
dating
She
show.
did ask Matt, but also if he said no,
Like, you're on The
It
Bachelor.
would look horrible. So,
Like you gotta kiss people on The Bachelor.
yeah, Lauren gets the group date rose.
Right. All the girls are mad, but like, what did you want him to do it right there in front of you? I hated on the Bachelorette. Like all the girls, like he comes back and he takes Lauren away and he takes
Oh,
the rose
yeah.
with him, and all the girls are like, "Well, I guess that's answers that or whatever."
It was
and
just.
it's like,
It was
"Well,
just
you want him to do it right there
Victoria.
in front of you?
It was just Victoria that was like,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
she was like, I thought I was gonna get it.
No, you were not.
She was like,
like,
I've never
"Oh."
been that deep with a man before.
I don't think Kit or MJ got one-on-one time with him during that part, and if
No.
they did,
they
it
may
didn't
just not have shown it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I wish I had seen it. Maybe they didn't talk about
They
it.
definitely just aren't getting like screen time like other people though.
No, but Lauren on that date was looking good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She looked great in the wedding dress, and then she just always looks good. Her face is like crazy.
Who goes on the next date? Sarah.
Yeah, they go on a date in a biplane, and Sarah says, "This looks like the first plane."
ever. Oh, I'm sorry, I was trying to synchronize with you
I know if you're gonna do that.
because you started saying it. I was just trying to line up with you. and I
I just
didn't
thought
think
you were trying to
gonna
interrupt
stop.
me.
No.
All right, 1, 2, 3, say it.
This looks. This looks.
This looks
This looks
This
like the
looks
first.
like the first.
Fuck! this
This airplane is the
looks like the
first-
first plane ever invented. Says on a plane.
Is that what she said? The first plane ever invented.
This looks like the first plane ever invented.
Sarah is the broadcast journalist, right? With
Yeah.
the father who has ALS.
Lou Gehrig's,
ALS,
yeah.
ALS. I don't understand the idea of a biplane date. Like, what are they supposed to do? Kiss up there?
No,
yeah,
it's
just
cool as
literally
hell.
just kiss. I think it is a cool date, but there's not a lot of talk happening because
I
it's
mean,
an
what about the-
open
like,
air airplane.
It's the same idea as like
Yeah.
the ATV date. Like,
And the movie date.
what are you gonna do? Like talk like on the ATV? Like
Well,
it's just
he
an
knows
excuse to like
sign
be close to
language.
each other and like
I
hold
think
each other.
These first two dates are kind of built to make the other girls jealous. Like
Well, it
the
worked.
first date, you know, ATV, hot tub, and then fireworks and stuff. That's pretty
Yeah.
exciting, and the women all saw the fireworks.
Yep.
This one, they flew the airplane like right over,
And they're like, oh, there they are!
Yeah.
Wow!
like waving, wave.
If these girls
Yeah.
knew they could just lie to people and get on free dates outside of the show, they could go on.
Nobody's
airplanes all
taking
the
people
time.
on biplane dates.
Yeah, what?
Our old friend Jacinda used to use Tinder to go on free dates all the time, and got taken on a free plane ride by some guy in like Snohomish.
Well, you gotta be hot to do that. Well, I guess these women are hot.
That's what
I was just trying to think about how to apply it to my life, and I was like,
What
Damn
women
it.
would ever take you out on it? Like any man. What
Yeah,
female
okay.
pilot is
no
on
woman.
fucking Tinder? It's only lonely men who are on there. That's the thing. It's 99% men. So the women, any woman, almost. You can take your pick. Basically, all these dudes are just swiping right, I'm sure. Do people still use Tinder? I don't know.
I don't know either.
None of us know, actually.
They fly the plane over Nemacolin, and Rachel is jealous as hell.
Yo! That's literally the same words I wrote down. They interrupt the date to show us going, that's my dream date. That's my dream date. I wish I was a plane.
Yeah, these dates are also to just make them jealous because they're like, I want to go on a plane. I want to.
I
I
mean,
wanna
I
make
don't
out
blame
under a
her. That
fireworks
does.
display.
I wish Matt James
Display.
would take me on a plane date.
Yeah, it is a
Are
cool
you
date.
kidding me? Fly me around Boeing Field. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So they got out of the plane. Unless you have more comments, Jeff.
No, I don't got anything. About
They
that.
they got
All
out
right.
of
Leave
the
it running.
they got out of the plane and they had a brief sit down in a pile of leaves next to a fire.
That's so true.
I don't even know if anybody else noticed, but there was like a couch there with pillows and blankets. They didn't even sit on the couch. They just sat on some leaves.
What the heck? Is this when he started asking her about her family as well?
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
a little talk, like trying to just get to know each other. And Sarah's still like, she's not opening up about like her family yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, and it's probably a difficult subject. It's a very huge part of her life.
Yeah, and she's probably like in that day. What they probably spent an hour, 2 hours, like in like getting ready for the plane, being in the plane, landing,
Mhm,
setting up
mhm.
this date. Like
Right.
it's hard to just be like, okay, I've been with you a total of like 30 minutes today.
Now talk about your
Yeah.
sick
Here's all my
father.
shit. Here's all
Right.
my stuff about my family.
And then they have an ITM with Matt, and he goes, she's pretty cool, but she's got to open up to me, basically. And then she does,
It's just like I
almost
feel-
as if someone told her.
almost as if
Later at the dinner date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost like 2 scenes later or whatever.
yeah. I feel like overall their whole date was like it's kind of boring. Like she kind of it felt like I have here
Airplane ride, dude.
I mean,
don't know.
okay,
That's
no,
pretty
but I mean
fucking
like, but I
sick.
mean like plot wise, pro drama wise, as like getting an insight into Sarah wise. I was like, I felt like she was spent the whole date making her case. You know, it felt like everything she said, she was like making her case. That was just the vibe I was.
Making her case for what?
To stay there, to be a contestant on The Bachelor.
I don't know about you,
get
but
that
it
energy.
came off as pretty genuine to me. I mean,
Yeah.
Alright.
she literally she told him like she quit her job to come home, take care of her dad.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying that
What
that's
are you
inauthentic.
saying?
No one else. I don't remember the other part.
They just sit down to have dinner, and what else happened, Jeff?
I don't know. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna cut this out.
Well,
So I don't sound
we're
stupid.
gonna have to.
Oh, we better keep this in because Jeff sounds stupid. Well, so Matt's, they're having their dinner date, and Matt's going, so you said family's like a big deal. My family, my mom, I kiss her on the mouth. And what do you do with your dad?
Not kiss him on the mouth.
And then she has like a couple minutes of struggling to open up, which is understandable because who wouldn't? And then she's just like, yeah, like I quit my job when I was in the middle of college. My dad was diagnosed with ALS. So I came back home to be his permanent caretaker. And then she talks about how she has to do all the things that he used to do when she was a kid for him. And you could just see on Matt James's face that he's just like, oh damn, dude, like I was judging you for not opening up to me, and now I understand why. It was more serious than just like your mom wearing leather pants or something. So he's just like sitting there, and she's explaining all this stuff, and she's like, it is getting worse, I'm his full-time caretaker, and I'm sacrificing my time with him to be here with you, which, sidebar, I do think is kind of crazy. Like, you should be with your dad, but I guess if you think Matt James could be your husband, sure, whatever, fuck it.
He does.
I think she mentioned that she felt a real pull to be there.
And like she said that like her dad told her like, yeah, like go be on the show.
Yeah.
Like
it definitely tough decision there.
Yeah.
I like her a lot. And
Yeah.
I felt like there was a moment there where Matt was like not connected really, or it feels like maybe he's like a little overwhelmed by like how serious her life is.
Maybe.
Because I mean, his life honestly consists
Doesn't
of
look-
selling real estate and partying. So
And playing golf, baby.
playing golf during an
golf and
insurrection.
ignoring the news.
I feel like there's a moment where he's like, "Oh, this is hard for me. You're a good person, but I can't connect with you very well."
Yeah. She goes, it was unimaginable, and he almost immediately follows up with, I can't imagine.
that was funny.
That was so good. He also tells her that he'll pray for her.
Yeah, he says,
That's
I
good
get through
shit.
tough things in my life. Instead of empathizing,
Yeah.
he goes, it's my faith. I'll pray for you. Instead of just saying, I'm so sorry. That's, as he said, I can't imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you so much for sharing with me, as like a adult would.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. It's an alright date.
Nah,
It's episode 2.
It was fine. It's just like
Jeff,
that's just
this
that
just-
thing like
this just,
17-year-olds in high school say to you in the hallway. I'll pray for you, bro, because you're mean.
I'm putting a note in my brain to never take Jeff on an airplane date because he seems to think it's bullshit.
Jeff doesn't like going outside. So
I don't like
of
going
course he would
outside. I
hate
don't like going
being
on
a plane.
airplanes. I
He
don't
hates
like
being around
Airplanes
the
are
sun,
cool.
I don't like being around
water.
people,
Actually, okay,
water, the
years
sun,
ago-
plants, animals.
Wind, air, fire.
Okay. Years ago, I took Jeff on a date in a paddle boat.
And
What are you? Did you just mark it so you can cut out this next part?
no, I was marking it to cut out that last part,
Oh.
or
Well-
at least actually, really, I'm just marking him now to like mark where we kind of change subjects. So when I'm jumping through
This is
later,
just a quick anecdote.
that's fine.
I took Jeff on a paddle boat date in Lake Spanaway Park,
Mm-hmm.
Spanaway, Washington,
Yes, you did.
and Jeff hated it.
I did.
And it was so rude. I was so poor. I had no money, but I put the money together to do this fucking paddle boat date. I brought a joint out there on the paddle boat. We forgot a lighter at the home.
Listen, have you ever been surprised by a paddle boat date? With
Sounds
a paddle boat?
awesome.
I would love to be.
Yeah, that sounds pretty great.
fucking fun. I like to do things and move my body.
I fucking hate both of those things.
We know. That's why you were like,
I
"Damn,
do enough
dude."
of that shit at work, and I don't get paid enough for it. Moving my body and doing shit.
You're inside.
Oh, you're getting your heart rate up, walking around, picking up
Yeah,
magic
dude, I
card.
smoke a lot of fucking cigarettes.
And that's why you should paddle boat more.
You're right. Okay.
Sounding out of breath there, Santa Claus.
Anyways, Jeff hated it so much I made him paddleless because I didn't want to paddle anymore. And he's being so rude.
Cocktail party time.
So rude.
Um,
so sad.
so sad. A great American people.
They've never had a cocktail party on a paddleboard.
Cocktail party time.
Cocktail party time. Matt and Abigail talking. He's in love with her.
He's
so in love with her.
Oh, why doesn't he take her on a date?
Yeah, I feel like
Because
he must
you
be-
save the important ones for the end.
That must be what he's doing. He's like, oh, come on, we're gonna get the date where we get to go to the moon through the Tesla First Woman in Space program.
I am so happy that Abigail got cocktail time. I don't remember what her dress looks like. Does anybody remember what her dress looked like?
I think it was. I want to say just black. It might have been blue.
It was kind of like dark blue, I think.
Yeah.
No, I felt like nobody else was really making a point besides Victoria to like make their
To
outfit.
think
a
about
thing.
their outfit.
And then yeah, this is for sure when Victoria wears the like poofy ass like.
Yes.
It's got the what is it called when the shoulders poof out horizontally like that?
Just like I want to say it's a princess cuff or a princess sleeve.
Of course it's a.
I
you
can't.
sure it's
I
not a
can't
queen
remember
sleeve?
though. But for listeners of friends of the pod who don't watch Bachelor, these sleeves were like quarter length and they were puffy as shit.
They were
Super
just
puffy.
puffy as
It
hell.
was definitely
and, like,
reminiscent of like my mom's wedding dress from like the 90s.
and like just the most garish pattern on. Like she's the only one wearing a dress with like pattern on it, and it's like
Yeah.
white with these like what is it like
Cherries, I
yeah.
think.
For
cherry
real,
blossom,
this dress was screaming clearance rack at the weird off-brand
It's-
Forever 21 at the mall. You know that one
Looks
store?
like an anime character's dress.
Yeah, she looked like
It's
she
like a
was
fucking
drawn in
option
it.
for Princess Peach.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like yeah, she's like the
She chose
a
Princess.
costume option in
Yeah.
Smash Bros.
You
Like,
know that you guys know that store at South Center that's like it's next to Forever 21 and it's like it's not any
it's not
it's
Forever
not any
21,
brand you
but
know.
it
It's
is-
called like Love Couture or something
Something like that, or like Wedge
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
literally just like
Sock.
it's literally just shit that's like bought off of like eBay for like 10 cents a dress and it like will last 10 seconds when you wear it. Like
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, her dress was very reminiscent of like Clarence Rack.
yeah.
The fucking off-brand Uniqlo.
Did she
It
say
was
any?
horrible.
Did she say any particularly crazy shit during the cocktail party, or did she wait until her ITMs?
Well, there's a lot of what do you call that?
What?
Something.
Rose ceremony?
There's a lot of stuff before Victoria goes crazy that leads up to her going crazy.
What?
Yeah, he gives
Yes.
he gives Lauren a rose, right? Not Lauren, sorry, Sarah.
No.
Well, he
You gave-
did give
or-
Sarah a
yeah.
date rose when they were on their date.
Yeah.
We're,
Right.
we're on a whole nother day.
I know, but we skipped that part.
What?
Didn't we skip her getting the rose?
Oh, we did skip, but she did
Yeah.
get the rose at the
She
end
did
of
get
that.
a date rose, very important. So
Good
she
point,
doesn't have
important.
to be in the next rose ceremony.
Important note. Thank you.
Yeah, but now
I'm
they're
gonna edit that back in so that it's so that it's over there at the other part of the podcast.
They're at the cocktail party though. He talks with Abigail, then he talks with Kit, and Kit made an analogy that she feels like she's at the top of a roller coaster that just keeps going up. And I was thinking like, what roller coaster, dude? Like, you're rich as hell. Are you telling me you're like going to Coney Island? You seem a little above that.
What is also like what has been difficult for her
It's
thus far?
Disney World.
It is Disney
It's
World.
No, I
Definitely
think
Disney.
she meant like she's on a roller coaster, like she's excited,
Oh,
like
Yeah.
not like
I
she's
thought
in
you meant
pain.
like it's like up and down emotionally.
No,
for
like
her.
she's just
I
at the
see-
top, like it's clicking up,
Okay.
up.
Well then, what
Gotta be Disney's happiest place
is a
on
weak
earth.
analogy to make?
It was just an interesting one. I don't know. I think is whatever.
That
And
was
then-
Kit,
and
right?
then-
Yeah.
yeah, and then he talks to Maggie, and she talks about the Ethiopian food, and it was like listening to her talk is so good.
It's intoxicating.
Yeah, I just like love her talking about the Ethiopian food, and she was like telling Matt like, "Oh, all you have to bring is wine." She's like, "You're not gonna fuck up my food I'm
You're
making."
not going
Yeah.
anywhere near the kitchen while like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her. And then Marilyn, that's when she talks to Matt, and she's like, I just don't know if you know I'm even here. I don't feel like paid attention to. And then he pulls
And then he
an
gives
orchid.
her an orchid.
He just pulls an orchid out of his ass and is like, this is for you. This
said.
is your favorite flower.
Yeah, you said orchids are your favorite,
And
which
she starts crying. She's like, "Thank you so much. It smells like dookie. Why did you put it in your ass? Why didn't you wipe first?" Matt.
he like On Chatty Broads they pointed out that they were like he did not remember.
No,
The producers remembered.
It was definitely production.
Yeah.
Like Marilyn's coming in, she has the orchid behind the couch. Give it to her. She looks like she's about to cry. We told her you weren't thinking about her. 1, 2, and 3.
we told her you don't think about her ever. Do it.
Oh my god.
As she's walking, what's her name again? Maryland, like the state?
Like a state.
Like the state.
That's
Thank
how
you.
it,
So she's literally like in her ITM, her in the moment. She was like, I'm just so happy he actually knows I'm here, and she's like literally about to cry. And then Victoria, the next moment, is like, Marilyn is toxic.
yeah,
She's abusive. She's bullying me.
yeah, she's like,
Oh my god, it's so funny. She's like, I wasn't thinking about telling Matt about everything that's going on here, but now that I see Marilyn and him get along,
Yeah.
I gotta make some shit up
I
that
gotta-
didn't happen and invent some more other bullshit. Where I'm the victim and she did
Exactly that.
Stalingrad to me.
she comes out of there, like So Marilyn comes out of the rose, or not? Sorry, out of her like one-on-one time at the cocktail party, and is like, "Oh look, he got me an orchid. It's so sweet that he remembered." And like, I swear to God, there was like that you can see Vic in the background, and her eyes are just like her
She's
pupils are just
aggro.
dilating.
She's like a
she's like
Fucking villain in Dark
Frothing at the
Souls.
mouth.
yeah.
Literally,
Frothing
she
at the
entered her
mouth.
area
She's
and she was just like,
Going fucking beast mode, being like, okay, I gotta turn it on, and so she goes storming back over to Matt. I think
she's
it's like the next.
she's
scene
like,
we get,
lies
right?
do extra damage when you have sneak.
yeah, like,
When no one else knows what you're about to fucking do.
yeah.
She's going nuts on this episode.
She goes fucking curtain mode.
She's literally like, I had to sleep on the couch. Marilyn cries to manipulate the girls and you, and
All this
Marilyn's
bullshit.
literally like the nicest person.
She
Yeah.
literally just says, I had to sleep on the couch. She's like a liar and like so toxic.
Like
Yeah.
later,
And then
Oh,
does
and
not
we're-
elaborate. She just keeps
Yeah,
saying
she just
toxic
leaves it
and
at
a
that.
liar
Yeah.
and
She
like a
says-
manipulator.
She literally said Marilyn is fake as shit. She's crazy, and then she said something about we're like oil and vinegar.
which is like
Two
things
different
that go
ingredients to
together.
cook with.
Actually, not things that I think she was trying to say.
Oil and water.
Yeah, but oil and vinegar are things that are tasty together.
I know.
Actually,
I was like a sandwich.
that's what I get on my
Like-
Jersey Mike sandwich. Yeah, like
I was like, yeah, so Greek and Italian food maybe. Like, let's go. Sounds pretty fucking good.
hey,
Are
she's
you
oil,
being
I'm
racist,
vinegar,
Victoria?
and you're a big bowl of pasta, right, Matt?
Yeah, gabagool.
Hey, gabagool.
I feel like Victoria's like sundowning.
I wrote right here, Victoria is the most insidious person here, straight making shit up. She is so mean.
She is.
And I almost feel like I should have just ended it with like the Mean Girls quote, like that fugly slut, burn book.
She like definitely idolizes that movie. Come on now, she loves to
She
be a mean
probably
girl.
does.
She
Oh,
probably
I-
loves Tommy Lauren.
I heard some stuff, or maybe it was on Chatty Broads, or maybe it wasn't. I can't remember. But apparently, she hired a confidence coach before she went on the show,
Ugh.
and that confidence coach posted on Instagram that she was their client.
Uh huh.
Don't you love how confident
Yeah.
she
Don't
is?
you love how confident she acts?
Yeah.
I mean, she is confident to a fault.
Confident. Yeah.
As a personality problem.
Yeah. Not a trait. A flaw.
Yeah.
Confidence is a flaw.
Yeah. Oh my god, her bra was so bad. It was
Yeah.
out in
Oh,
that
yeah.
dress that you're definitely supposed to wear, like a
Like a.
strapless, seamless dress,
Mhm.
and it was no good.
She's
A
just, like,
sticky
has
bra
never-
or something.
Like it's been 2 episodes. She's worn 4 dresses probably, and has never worn a good one.
Yeah.
All of the rest of the women have worn 4 good dresses. Vic has never worn one. Yeah, they go back after Vic's done talking with him that first time. She goes back out there. Other girls are having one-on-one time with him, but she's like doing more catty shit and trying to talk to the other girls and be like, "Don't you think Mary Lynn is a bitch? Don't you think she's so toxic?"
Everyone's
And
like, no,
Yeah,
she's literally the nicest person I've ever met.
every single one of them is like my favorite MJ. Yeah, like MJ and Moggy and I don't know who else. Those are the 2 I caught, but both of them were just like, "No, I've actually never seen her be mean to anybody." Huh? It's weird that she would be like that.
Someone else
She got catty with Maggie.
Yeah,
She
like
was
how
like,
can
well,
you?
you're not around when she's mean or something.
Yeah, I think this Maggie like steps in. She's like, I don't think she would be like that. I haven't seen that.
Like
Well,
it's at this
just
point.
so funny that everyone was just like, yeah, we see that you're trying to lie, make shit up, and now it's
Yeah.
gonna be 24 girls versus you, I guess.
Yeah. Like Jesus.
So Matt goes and talks to Marin and is like, so this is what I'm hearing
This
from...
is what I'm hearing.
I can't remember. He probably says Victoria, right? I think he
Yeah,
says,
he's like, Victoria told me that, like...
Victoria told me you're being mean to her.
you're bullying her.
Are you bullying her? Are you being
bullying
toxic?
are
Are you
bullying?
being doing some cancelable actions? And she's like, no, I'm not. Like,
Yeah.
No,
Legitimately,
I'm
no.
honestly, no. Like, dude, for real, I'm doing a growth. I'm doing a no microaggression. Like, seriously, I'm not canceled.
yeah, like,
You don't understand. I'm such a strong person. I would never
Yeah.
do a micro.
At the same time, Marilyn's like ready to cry again.
yeah,
she's,
yeah.
she's like so sad that it's happening to her. She definitely got like the bad, just terrible luck of the draw getting Victoria as a roommate.
Yeah.
Any girl that was put in the same room with Victoria would probably meet the same end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Again, back to being a Dark Souls boss. So she is in the same
Yeah.
6 feet, so she's aggroed and shit.
Yeah.
She uses evil magic.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. If the rest of the girls are going to want to survive, they're going to just have to steer clear and focus on attaining potions and items before returning to fight Victoria.
Yeah, my concern is that Marilyn's not going to make it through the rose ceremony. I really hope she does.
Yeah.
But my concern is she doesn't, and then someone else gets put as Victoria's roommate.
I think.
And then
that-
let's get the same thing over
Same
again.
thing,
That's
yeah.
I really hate to say it, but that's what I see happening is that they're just like, oh, okay, if we can hang on to Vic long enough, we can just use her to batter down the rest of these women. And
Like, that's
just-
literally what's gonna happen. She's just gonna, like,
they're gonna
lie and, like, make up all this shit and, like, start all this drama. And then, like, she's gonna tell Matt that it's actually all happening to her.
Yep.
And then Matt's just gonna...
And he's gonna turn and he's gonna be like, well, I gotta solve this problem, and then the producers won't let him send Vic home, so he'll be like, well, I guess I'll solve this problem by sending the other girl home.
He's like an opposite of Claire, where she was like, "Oh, you're causing me problems. Both of you are going home." In a third guy, because fuck
yeah,
it,
and a
why
third
not?
guy just to show you I'm not fucking around.
The producers are like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "You're fucking fired, Chris Hansen. Don't give a shit."
God, I wish she fired Chris Harrison. That'd be sick.
Can't fire. He would never let that happen. He chooses what she says.
So I think they're getting ready to go to the rose ceremony. We get one more ITM from Victoria that was like, Marilyn needs to go home tonight because I hate her. How do you hate this girl? She's so sweet.
I'm gonna pop the. I'm gonna see if I can get that.
Yeah,
audio.
get us that audio. That's
Yeah.
it's unhinged.
She's like all. Maybe I'll make like a little supercut here of all the crazy shit that Victoria said this episode.
That would be a good opener. Is all the crazy shit.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I just want to hear gestures over and over again,
Yeah.
and then oil and vinegar.
Oh.
Let's chop up a
Gestures
beat
are
using
so
oil
funny.
and vinegar, and then gestures.
Oh, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'll get on that right
A nice
away.
bass drop where she says, "I fucking hate her" or whatever.
Marilyn definitely needs to go home tonight because I hate her.
So they're going to the rose ceremony, and he starts giving out a few roses, but then
Then poor Sarah.
the most dramatic.
The
rose
cold
ceremony
open
ever.
finally resolves. Just the final scene.
Yeah.
Just a full 2 hours later. Thanks ABC.
Sarah standing there in her pink dress, just has a panic attack.
Yeah.
Moves off the stage,
Just fucking runs.
starts crying, starts panicking, starts attacking.
She's not
Attacking,
attacking.
okay.
She's
just
saying,
attacking
"Oh
no
my
one.
God,
I will
I'm
say-
blacking out. I'm seeing a vision of Christ. There's flames."
And it looks exactly like Chris Harrison.
Why was
I will say, notably, Bri was the one that walked off with her because she's another pure soul, just like Sarah.
Yeah, she just
She's like,
jumped
I know.
down immediately to help
Yeah.
her.
She's like, I've had friends who are panicked before. I know what to do.
She's
The rest
like-
of those women were like, I have never had a friend who's not.
But,
been
like, they
able
didn't tell
compose
us to move
themselves.
from where I'm standing, so I'm just gonna keep standing here.
Chris Harrison said, "Do not move. He hasn't released me from his dark magic."
Dark Lord Chris Harrison.
The other woman. How did he break her spell? How did he? Oh, how did she break his spell?
How did she break his spell? Please.
Please save us! Save us! He has us under a deep paralysis.
That
and that's where it cuts, basically.
and that's where it cuts.
She says, "I'm seeing stars," and it sounds
They call the
like,
medic over. And
Yeah,
Dude,
she's probably gonna be
I've
fine.
totally had this happen before in a Target, walking around, just getting too hot. All of a sudden, you start seeing like TV static, and then you just have to sit down.
Oh, that happens to me every time I go into a Target. Every time I go into a grocery store too.
Well, you get really hot, like a pan. It's really like a.
Most
hot
times I
flash
leave
and
the
you can't
house
see anything.
too. Anyway,
We get it. You're afraid of going outside. We covered this earlier.
I know I was trying to make a continuity joke, but it's okay.
my
I think
guess.
it would be.
Oh, go ahead.
We should also mention that like Matt also goes over to like see like if she's all right.
He
Wouldn't it be funny if
goes
he didn't,
running.
though?
He like
does,
he
he
was
does.
literally like he's like
like
the
speed walking.
Terminator running over to Sarah on the ground.
Sarah Marshall, are you okay?
What?
Yeah,
Isn't that
Sarah. That's what the Terminator says.
Sarah Connor.
Fuck.
Sarah Marshall.
Sarah Marshall is that movie
Forgetting
with
Sarah
Jason
Marshall.
Segel.
Yeah.
That's because I watched it 4 times last year. Beautiful
Yeah.
movie.
My guess is we're gonna come back. Next week's episode is like Sarah's literally just gonna stand up and be like, "Okay, I'm
Yeah.
ready
Yeah,
to
and
do
they're
the rose
just gonna
ceremony,"
finish
and then they're just capitalize a little bit off of that intense moment.
They're like,
Can't
oh,
waste a single moment.
can't
And
waste
then they start showing us scenes from next week, and of course Vic's still there, so
But-
we know.
it. Yeah.
It is possible the worst thing could happen, and Sarah says, "I have to go home."
Oh. You know, I was thinking to myself, I was like, why is she so worried and like worried herself into a panic attack when she was just on the date and got a rose?
The contents of the date.
Well, I'm sure
No,
she's
do you
quite
think-
conflicted.
Do you think she like might have got like a phone call or something that like
Mm.
her dad was in trouble or like was getting
no.
worse?
I hope it's not
Mm.
something like that.
I hope not. I
I hope not, but she had literally been talking about it basically all day and probably thinking about it all day, and then at the
Yeah.
rose
I think it's a
ceremony-
lot of stress, and
Yeah.
then drinking, and well,
Oh,
I don't,
the
I don't
alcohol
know if she was
definitely doesn't
drinking,
help.
but I don't know. I would be if I were giving me free drinks every hour.
I would be,
Yeah,
I
what-
would be drinking, yeah.
So I feel like it's probably stress, but I feel like she's just gonna stand up and be like, "Okay, rose ceremony time." And
Yeah. They've done that before, for sure.
yeah.
Where they cut something off halfway through and then we come back next week and I'm like, why did they even leave that cliffhanger? It had nothing, there was nothing, like,
Mhm.
it just resolves.
So we get a preview of next week, and Victoria says, "All the fake bitches can go home, go home, go home,
Go home.
skedaddle."
Go home, go home, go home.
She is gonna make it another
I'm
week.
sure. Oh, I'm sure she's gonna make it at least to like the top 6.
My other
5.
theory was that Sarah has not. It's not as temporary of a problem. Like maybe she does pass out or something, and they reconvene the rose ceremony at another time, which would explain why maybe Victoria's in the next preview. Like they're like, okay, we're gonna continue this tomorrow.
Maybe. No,
So
because she's
everybody
wearing
get the night off.
But like they're wearing the same dresses. Is the
There
thing.
was another
She was
preview where she was wearing
a
something else.
sweatshirt, a
There was
gray,
another
gray
pla-
crew neck,
There was another preview where she was wearing that gray sweatshirt, but
which means she stays around for at least another. It was daytime.
at least like she's gonna be there at least in the next week.
Whether the rose ceremony ends then or ends at another time, she is there.
Yeah. She's not going nowhere.
Yep. And then we just got the blooper reel at the end of Bri and Matt rubbing mud all over each other, and then they flip the
Yay.
ATV back over, and the ATV, like I said, is 100 feet tall.
Yeah, it's
and
taller
Bri
than
is
her.
literally a gnome.
She is. She's a halfling.
She puts all of her might
I
into
don't mean
pushing
that.
it over.
Her feet probably not that hairy.
Probably no Harry on her feet.
But yeah, it's episode 2 of the season. I have noticed when there's still a lot of women, sometimes it's hard for it to be so dramatic, but I think they've done a good job this episode of really doubling down on Victoria.
Yeah, really just channeling it all
Yeah.
through Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we talked about this a little bit during the episode, but in the history of like Bachelor villains, they usually have like one facet of their personality or like who they are like that is likable.
Yeah, or redeemable in some way.
Sometimes they'll start them off with a tragic backstory, or they'll be really hot, or they'll be like a really funny girl or something. Like you remember Demi?
Yeah.
Demi was super funny, kind of had a tragic backstory, and she was made out to be the villain the first few episodes of the season.
For sure.
Now
Yeah.
she's a fan favorite.
I love Demi.
Love
Yeah.
her.
Oh, she's funny as hell. That's why I
She's
like her.
super funny.
And she's like entertaining and charismatic.
She's also, she's really cool. She went on Bachelor in Paradise. Did I tell you about that? She went on Bachelor in Paradise, and she dated a woman on the show for a while.
Yeah, I remember watching that with you.
Oh.
All right, but that's all to say. Vic has none that we have seen so far. Is the redeeming quality that they're trying to show us? Is it her boobs? Because they're not that great. They're big, but they're not that great. Also, the amount of detraction you get from a woman who conducts herself in that way, like infinitely eclipses the size of her boobs. I don't care. Like, and I'm pretty sure Matt doesn't care either. I can't be the only one. Every time, like, they can't get a shot of him that he's looking at her that he doesn't look like he's suppressing a barf. Like, it's like every single shot.
Yeah, I don't know what. I think they have not fully planned out, like, Victoria's arc. Because there's nothing redeemable. And that's why she's just so unlikable. There's not even people defending her online. It's, like, sad.
There's not even people. There's no one. Yeah.
Well, this week we don't have our segment. Don't get eliminated.
Well,
Wait,
we
I
can
have,
list off the people who did not get eliminated. I have a
We
list.
don't know. Wait.
We don't know
Of
shit.
everybody who
Do you
so far.
remember who got a rose?
Everybody so far, yeah.
Well,
Okay,
Bri and
tell us.
Sarah, right?
It's
Sarah.
Bri and Sarah, right, for their 2 dates. And then
Mhm.
at the rose ceremony, before it was cut short,
Lauren has one too.
Piper, Kit, Maggie, Rachel, Abby, Chelsea, Jasenia, Katie, Serena C, and then Sarah has a panic attack and they cut it short. But those are the 3 people who, everybody ready?
Didn't get eliminated!
Yeah, they didn't make it. Oh, we got more?
I have like a couple things.
Oh shit. Fuck.
I know.
All right, let's keep going.
Well, they didn't
These
get
are-
eliminated.
These are just additional things that we brought up last week, and I wrote some notes about them.
What do you got?
We talked about the Lululemon murders.
We did.
We said
For a long time.
we said 180 stab wounds.
Yes.
It was 331.
Oh my god!
Had to get that correct.
Good correction. Thank you.
330 wounds across 5 weapons.
Wow.
5 weapons.
Apparently, one of those weapons was, you know, the hook that you use at the store to get to the top rack of something.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Cool.
Stab someone with that.
I love it. Let's start yeah. Okay, keep going. We got any more fact updates on the Lululemon?
I do not on Lululemon, but I have fact updates on Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, yeah. Hit me with it. Please, Lindsay, hit me with it.
So, we were debating whether or not he was in a porn theater.
Yes.
He was in a porn theater.
And he got kicked out for jacking off in the porn theater?
Yes. So, in 1991, he was charged with indecent exposure in an adult theater, along with 3 other men. They were not all together.
Just me and the boys.
Me and the boys.
See, we gotta,
jacking
it's
off
just a little- we gotta crank our hogs in the old pig pen.
They were not together. It was, I
They're
guess,
just all
in the,
jacking off at the same
Soggy
time.
fucking biscuit.
in the 90s, they used to do like sting operations at
Yeah, I've
adult
heard about
theaters
this.
where they would set up cops and, you know, charge admission, bring some boys in, and then they'd arrest them.
That's ridiculous. That's
It's
entrapment.
where you go to do it. Like, that's why
entrapment,
I'm just
yeah.
like, okay, this guy, I don't know. But then,
This is like when they make it
buy a
illegal to be
fucking
homeless,
magazine.
you know?
so
Like,
here's-
where else am I going to go?
Like, oh, guess I'll just go get a
Put
house
my
now.
Guess I'll just go
VHS.
get a theater to jack off then, I guess.
Pee Wee Herman couldn't get a date?
Yeah, also wait.
I don't know.
This is where it gets questionable, though. In 2004, he received 3 years probation for misdemeanor charge, a misdemeanor obscenity charge.
That's like when you cuss too much, right?
No.
The verbal morality standard.
Just like
3 years
reasons.
prior to this, so that was his court date where he was like given probation.
Mm-hmm.
3 years prior to that, police seized 30,000 porn images
Oh.
from him.
Oh.
170 images contained minors.
Oh.
Well,
That's a pretty good ratio for having
Yeah.
30,000 images, but
yes.
No, there is no ratio that is good.
listen, as a man who owns no pornographic images,
Yeah. Eyeball emoji. Pee Wee Herman, we know.
I don't know. That's just kind of crazy. What's going on there?
Yeah, I kind of wonder if he's in the Epstein flight logs.
I bet, dude. I bet.
So
you-
his
I can see the headline now. Pee Wee Herman takes Lolita Express.
Pee Wee Herman fucks Jeffrey Epstein.
So him and his lawyer's
Alan Dershowitz.
official claim was that it's actually a fine art collection.
Oh,
So
no,
he
it is not,
collected
buddy.
artistic porn, and that the 170 images that they're saying contain minors are pre-1920s. They're literally like tintype, like like old ass
What?
photos.
Are they?
What?
They are?
They are what?
They are like old 1910s photos?
Yeah. He was saying that the photos that they say have minors are pre-1920s, and they include people with an undetermined age because you just can't tell. So that's where I'm just like, what is going on here?
What is going on? This man's jacking off. This guy's
This
thinking
man
way
is so
too hard.
horny.
He's thinking way too hard about his jacking off. Like,
Expeditiously horny.
Well,
Like-
I don't think these images are for jerking off. I think what they're trying to say it's a fine art collection. Like he could run a gallery with these images.
okay, then why doesn't he?
Yeah, then why
Instead of just
isn't
keeping
he?
them in his jack off room,
He
huh?
may have had plans to do that. I'm
Why
not
is he
here.
keeping
I'm
them
not
with
here
his
to
porn
defend
that he
Pee
does
Wee
jack
Herman.
off to?
I know
Pee
you're
Wee
not here to
Herman
defend
has
him.
money, 30,000 images, no museum.
That's what I'm saying.
Doesn't add up to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy kind of always creeped me out. Pee Wee Herman, his show was
His name
always
is
kind of
Pee
weird.
Wee.
I only
Yeah.
ever
Oh, and you know what his
seen
dad's
as an
name
adult.
is?
Pee Whiz.
His dad?
His ways.
Okay, his dad, Pee Wee. So we got
Pee-pee.
Pee Wee. We got Big Dick.
David.
You know, Big Dick is back in town.
Big Dick back in town.
Daddy Long Dick. Daddy Long Dick.
Oh my
We
god.
got Pee Wee Herman. So it's probably
Hey, it's Jeff.
And Lindsay.
Something happened during the recording there. I lost I bumped the stop recording button with my iPad or something. But we didn't want that joke to fall flat. So, Lindsay, what is Pee Wee Herman's dad's first name?
His first name is Herman.
And his last name?
Herman. And we all I told everybody his name and everybody laughed, but
We thought it
nobody
was-
will know.
We thought it was really, really funny, and we had to share it with you. We couldn't put the episode up without letting everybody know. Okay, thanks. Back to the action.
And we're back with more Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. I'm your host, Kenny Cartman.
The only other thing I wanted to clear up, last time I said Katie had like 400-something thousand followers on TikTok. It's like 250.
Turns out it's 4.
Yeah,
Followers.
okay, yeah. 250,000.
What kind of? Oh, she's making the dildo content.
She's the dildo girl.
We didn't get a lot of dildo girl this episode.
No, they've really kind of heel turned on her story. They're kind of giving her the so genuine, so real edit. She's
That's-
I think that's
crying.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
The dildo would've
like I
gotten
said, I
annoying.
did not want her to be a dildo girl forever.
I didn't want her to be a dildo girl, but now we can focus on her being a renting girl.
You know, maybe that's what they were expecting her to be, the spiciest one, and then Vic came in and they were like, "Oh shit!" Dildo
wait,
girl.
wait.
Dildo girl just got outdone.
Dildo girl and girl who showed up in just underwear are both outshined by this crazy little gal.
Yeah.
I can't
Calling
wait.
herself the queen, showing up on a palindrome.
Palanquin.
Whatever, dude. A pangolin.
Palindrome.
Whatever you want to
Palindrome
call it.
is if she looked the same coming as going.
Ah.
Hey, thank you all for listening. This is the second episode. This was the second episode of Rose Ceremony. We'll be back next week with another episode.
Does anyone?
most likely.
Okay, wait, hold on, motherfucker. We got to do our plugs.
Oh yeah, we got plugs. If you'd like to follow us, you can follow us at Rose Ceremony Pod on Twitter and at Rose Ceremony on Instagram.
Rose_ceremony.
Rose_ceremony on Instagram. Someday when I figure out how to give Lindsay the handle for Rose Ceremony Pod,
Jeff has used it, and now it's like
it's like
in the
I tried
void.
to delete the account and give it to Lindsay, and now it's just like in the ether. It won't let us change it, but we'll figure it out.
You can find me on Instagram at CheeseD's. You can buy my photos.
You should buy some photos from Cheese.
Yeah, so
They're really
I
nice.
can have some money from
Much
you.
better than the ones we saw on The Bachelor.
Yeah,
That's true.
If you ever seen those photos on The Bachelor and thought those look like shit, you should buy some nice ones from Cheese because they don't. Glowing endorsement.
Thank you. They do glow in the dark.
That's not true.
Matt, do you have anything you want to plug?
You can follow me on Twitter at Matt.
That's good.
It is a good username.
I've been waiting for to hear that you say that out loud. Okay.
And then I also have Twitter.
Oh, I don't want anybody to follow me, so you guys can do yours.
I'm at Lindsay Losers on Twitter and Instagram, but I don't really use it.
I don't want you guys to follow me.
Everybody follow Jeff at regular Jeff420.
I don't want anybody to follow me. I don't.
And
I don't post anything good. I just complain.
yeah, join us next week for the 3rd episode of The Bachelor and the 3rd episode of Rose Ceremony.
And the 3rd episode of Die.
Maybe we'll have a friend on soon. Bye. Don't get away!